All right, we live.
All right, shalom, shalom. Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all glory, honor, and praises to
I was up, yeah, shot. Some call Kadash.
give honor to the apostles and elders, great millstone, and really teach well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect and for the first fruit. We are the Hebrew Israelites coming out, coming week in, week out, prophesying the downfall of Babylon, aka America. Yes, America is in the scriptures. The nuclear missiles are in the scriptures, and the destruction is in the scriptures to this place. All right. So I think I Jeremiah 30. Start at like 5. But yeah, we're gonna get into this. Hey, black, ungrateful giving just passed. You know, these so-called white people, some white people are the Edomites according to the scripts, celebrating the massacre.
Yeah, thanks for stealing.
Yeah, thanks for stealing. That's a good one. Thanks for stealing. All right, they celebrated the massacre of our people, the Gadites, or the Indians, or the Native Americans, Seminole Indians as well. All right, those are our people. You stole the land from our people. All right, and y'all just got done feasting and stuffing your bellies with that shit.
We're gonna do the same thing in the kingdom. We're gonna make you celebrate us taking this shit back from you.
That's right. And then you turn around on Friday, all right, and go spend money on some cheap items. And that goes back to you selling us for a cheap price discount.
Right.
All right, selling our women and children. All right, some of us had wives, had a whole family. You separate us for $200. All right, 20. I saw a brother put a post in group text. Showed the pricing of men. He said 25-year-olds were $800. You know, that was on Black Friday. Then this year, Black Friday made a record number, $7.4 billion in one day. With people shopping online, going to these dumbass stores, buying TVs, all this shit. I tried to go on Wednesday because hate giving was on Thursday. I tried to go on Wednesday just to just pick up some fruit because I ain't ate nothing all day. You don't want to eat heavy when you ain't ate nothing. So I just gonna go pick up some fruit. The fucking grocery store is packed full of y'all crackers. Line hella long just to get your preparation for your bland ass rice.
And your potato salad with raisins in it.
Potato salad, yeah.
Cat hair in the dress.
Okay, right? Okay, all right.
Oh, and you can't forget about Cyber Monday.
Yeah, that's right.
But you know what, brother? What they did is they made money on Black Friday in ancient in history during slavery off of the slaves. Like literally selling slaves. But now what do? They make their money off the slave. That's why they were able to make a Black Friday going back to 1800 would have made them $7 billion. But they would rather make money off the slave than sell the slave.
That's what happens when you industrialize the people. All right, that's all the war was about.
Oh, yeah.
All right, industrialized.
Well, after that, you had the Industrial Revolution after that.
Before we get the control of the mind of the individual. See? And that's what they did. Like the brother said, ain't no damn way they was making $7.4 billion.
And that emancipation.
On the original Black Friday now. All they do is gonna make your ass work like a slave, pay you about $12 an hour, tax your bitch ass. Alright? Then turn around and make everything cheap so you can just consume something. Alright? Then it builds up an accumulation of $7.4 billion. But America act like they can't pay a debt off. Just make $7.4 billion in a day.
But they could pay all these celebrities and these athletes millions and millions of dollars. Man, the hell with them. Put that shit back into what your country need. But that's the folly of this place, man. You know.
Well, you see that exactly. Get Ecclesiastes 10:6. All right, like the precept. That's the folly of this place. There's a word called back in the medieval times or the Renaissance era, where it was called a jester. A jester means an entertainer or a fool. Look it up. All right. And modern day jesters are different athletes out here. These singers, rappers, comedians. That's the best one. It's Kevin Hart's these Asian panels and shit. These are just of this day.
I didn't. Ecclesiastes chapter 10 and verse 6. Folly is said in great dignity.
So hold that. Folly said in great dignity. So they're gonna spend millions of dollars. You're gonna what? Steph Curry got a big ass check the other year.
Yep, the highest paid.
Big ass checks. For what? Putting a yellow ball in a hoop. Or an orange ball in a hoop. Alright, go ahead.
Well, this is folly. This is great folly. You got a football throwing around a pigskin, and look at all these people, man. This is folly, man.
And this is just a college thing, too.
Yeah.
Ecclesiastes 10 and verse 6.
That's all I
Folly
learned
is said in great dignity, and the rich sit in low places.
The whole place that the rich sit in is the valley of the shadow of death. Okay? And who the rich are the men on the highways and byways proclaiming the truth. We're doing what we've been doing. Alright? We're get Ecclesiastes 12 and 13.
All right, this is Proverbs 15 and 21. Folly is joy to him that is destitute of wisdom, but a man of understanding walketh uprightly.
A man of understanding walking uprightly. We understand the bullshit that's in this world. Alright? We understand it. It's all distraction. That's why Esau put all the self-proclaimed white man put all his power, all his energy into this folly.
Yeah.
So can keep the people like down state and you go keep the people doing it. Alright, I'm telling you, man. After slavery, it was a mind control thing. Alright?
I got a precept for you.
Come on, can you get this real quick?
This is Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep His commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
That's only two things you should fear the Most High and keep His commandments. Ain't nothing said about playing basketball. Ain't nothing said about going to these football games. I'm not saying it's not a lot of them, but ain't nothing said about spending millions of dollars on the entertainment industry.
Well, no, the problem, it is a problem with it because we're not benefiting from it. We're not making money from it, and it doesn't benefit our people. And you got a bunch of so-called white people, what? They make money off of our talents, our skill sets, our abilities. You think Georgia Tech and UGA playing on the field just now? How many of those players was it all white people playing against each other? It was 90% so-called Israelites playing against each other. So no, it is a problem because every step along the way they find some way or another to take advantage of our people, to pimp us out. It's modern day slavery. Exploiters. That's the word I'm looking for.
Like these college players, they don't get paid, man.
Thank you.
They're risking their life on the football field for an opportunity to play professionally. So, you know, it's all slavery at the end of the day.
Everything you do everywhere you go is slavery.
And look at all the people that's walking by. You think it's our people going to these games cheering on our people? Hell no.
You don't see him. Ain't no Jack out here walking these streets going to this game. It's all Esau, man.
All right, this is Deuteronomy 28 and 48. And it says, therefore thou shalt serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he hath destroyed thee. And that's the point, you know, like the brother was saying. This devil, he's able to do these things because we are fully destroyed as a people, man, mentally, man. That's why we have to come out here and proclaim this word with boldness. Because if you leave it up to our people are destroyed, man. And this is a great example. Thanksgiving. We just left Thanksgiving week. Millions upon millions of Israelites are still celebrating that bullshit, man. Millions upon millions of Israelites are still in the spirit of that. They're still traveling. They're trying to make their way to and fro home. All right? All of this is all, like I said, look at the crowd. Look at the crowd. I mean, we don't got to pan the camera. But I have of all these crackers that have walked by, I might have seen 5 niggas.
Yeah.
Maybe 5. Oh, that's a whole lot of goots. But as far as Israelites, it's only been a handful because we are destroyed, man. You got it, brother.
This is Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7. Alas, for the day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
That's right. See, even the time of Jacob's trouble, the day of trouble. You see, it's the day of trouble for Jacob. All right?
Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7. Alas, for the day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
That's right. And you see all this falling going on, and that's the reason Esau is trying to do these things. So our people are not going to hear this type of words because all this shit is about to come to an end. All right? Like the brothers were saying, you don't see a lot of these individuals out here, the Israelites out here going to these games where you see them playing it. It's a coliseum. There's no new thing under the sun.
That's right.
All right?
It's the gladiators all over
Esau
again.
makes it like that, where what? Like Jake could just continually be confused and not know what the hell's going on. Jake don't know what's going on.
Cardi B all the time.
Start marking down again today 100 points. You can't tell him. You wouldn't know. He just worried about when the next time he's gonna eat, when the next holiday is. Shit, Jake, after Thanksgiving, Jake's putting up Christmas lights.
Already.
Getting ready for Christmas.
Criminal.
You know, getting the little kids gifts and shit. They're not worried about what the Lord says and what's about to come. They're criminal, right? Again, Ecclesiastes 10:6, follow the second great dignity.
That's so
the
Atlantic
rich in low places. So, hold Ecclesiastes 13. All right, because they're not going to listen to individuals who just we're regular guys, man. We got boogers, our breast stank, all that shit, man. We're just regular dudes. Who want to listen to us? All right, but the sheep hear the voice, but a regular 2/3 nigga don't want to hear nothing. So he's going to be totally submerged in his folly and indoctrinated to the ways of Esau there in John 8. All right?
And what the majority of the people in this country gonna die anyway. You know, we're already marked with the truth. Scripture's been coming out.
Started. Just started. Read on that.
This is Sirach or Ecclesiastes chapter 13 and verse 15. Every beast loveth his life, and every man loveth his neighbor. All flesh consorteth according to kind, and a man will cleave to his life.
That's right, a man will cleave to his life. Again, that's why you see all of the self-declared white people together at this event. There's no Jake out here. And if you do see Jake, it's going to be Jake and Jake. All right, go ahead. No, so that's a tear, so you
Verse 17. What fellowship have the wolf with the lamb?
Exactly. What fellowship do we have with the Edomites? And what fellowship do they have with us? We don't agree with one another. All right? I'm speaking on behalf of us. What do we have to do with any of this shit? Okay, go ahead.
What agreement,
That's black man.
what fellowship have the wolf with the lamb, so the sinner with the godly?
So the sinner will be godly.
That's a black man.
And the sins of Esau have reached up to heaven. Therefore, the prophecies are unfolding at an exponential rate right now. All right? Go ahead.
Verse 18. What agreement is there between the hyena and the dog?
That's right. The hyenas, you got damn Edomites. All right? Shit, your dogs too, goddammit. No, they're not slaughter. Spiritually, your hyenas. Because the word dog means kalabus, means one. So, a hyena, I'll tell you, man, if you look at the nature of a hyena, when you look at like the Discovery Channel, Animal Planet, they're always doing some savage ass, scrappy shit, grindy shit.
That's why the lions.
That is true. They did.
The lions will kill will kill a hyena just off the strength. They don't eat it.
And just leave it there.
They're leaving that.
Because it's like that's a chance for another hyena to do what? Kill one of the cubs.
Go ahead, bro.
And what peace between the rich and the poor?
And what peace between the rich and the poor? The point is starting to come to a full circle. All right? Because these niggas out here, they don't want to listen to us. All right? Because they see we just like them. We're in a lower stage just like them. So how are you going to get me out of my predicament?
Right.
They can't see the spirit that we're pushing.
That's right.
They can't see the vibes that we're relaying out. All right? It's just Isaiah 29. Isaiah 29:2. Their ears are closed. All right? Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro.
This is John 4:44. For Yahushua himself testified that a prophet have no honor in his own country.
That's right. The prophet don't have no honor in his own country. That's right. We're sitting here prophesying and telling you the riches and the glory of his strength, and that this is for you, and that you're a child of the Most High. If you're a child of the Most High, you're a son of the Lord. All right, Yahshua, the Prince of Power, but you don't want to hear it. All right, go ahead.
This is Sirach chapter 13 and verse 19. As the wild ass is the lion's prey in the wilderness, so the rich eat up the poor.
So the rich eat up the poor. All right, that's what Esau doing here. He has no type of he has no type of sympathy for the peasant. If they go, he's still. I'm poor. If you're poor, you still got a little something. I need that too. Until you're just totally depleted or don't even exist anymore, according to Psalms the 83rd chapter.
Damn, it's been a week already.
If they could do away with Israel,
I just remember the chick that just came up. Yeah.
Verse 20. As the proud hate humility, so do the rich adore the poor.
The proud hate humility. And that goes to you 2/3 Negroes too. To the ones going from Judah all the way down to Issachar, or the Negroes all the way down to the so-called Mexicans. Y'all proud as hell too. What we're doing out here, this is a sign of humility. Who else is going to put on a garment and have people looking at us crazy and preaching things that people think are crazy? Not y'all. Because y'all too proud to do it. We're humble enough to make ourselves lowly and actually come out here and try to save your ass too. But you don't want to listen because Folly said that great dignity. All right?
A rich man being to fall is held up of his friends.
That's right. A rich man being held up. Look back at 2007, 2008, even going all the way up to now. All these bailouts. All right? Fuck, man, we need a bailout. But then a brother put in the group text that Esau want to get $15 million worth of reparations toward slavery.
Right. But only for education though. Only for you going to their school just to learn their bullshit.
To become an employee.
To
Push
further
their
ruin
agenda.
your spirit.
Right. They ain't just sending checks out.
To further ruin your spirit. Only $15 million?
And what the fuck is checks at this point anyways, man? You know, even if Esau hands each and every Negro $1 million, $10 million, it's gonna go back into his system. He ain't handing countries over, he ain't bowing down.
He ain't handing resources.
Yeah, he ain't handing resources.
Yeah,
People.
I need my land back. I need my oils. I need my women back. I need my jewels. I need my fine apparel. I need my linens.
My slaves, because dealing with the Moorish Empire. Before Esau came in rulership, you had Jake. And Jake had they foot on Esau's neck.
Yep.
So that was part of their property. That's a resource.
That's right.
Yeah, because this devil knows. I mean, look at our favorite athletes. Your favorite athlete, pick one out of the air. Once he gets his money, what happens? That money go right back to the system. That's why every last one of them end their career, after they end their career, they go broke because it's a system. Like you said, that money, okay, you give us money. If you gave every Israelite $20 million, it's gonna be money with crackers' faces on it.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna have Nat Turner on it or King David on it in a black depiction. It's all right.
Those little things.
It ain't even worth nothing.
A way to Esau doing that is just a way to.
It has no value to it.
It's a stimulus impact.
All right.
This is Sirach 13 and verse 21. A rich man being to fall is held up of his friends.
That's right. The Edomite is going to help the Edomite. So if I'm down and out, a white man ain't going to come help me.
Had some mean stock too.
Hell no.
All right? He ain't going to come help me. But if this $1 billion corporation is in trouble, he'll bail him out in a heartbeat. You got Jake out here in the streets, don't know what they gonna eat the next day, eating some plastic ass ramen noodles and shit. They need a bailout, but then you see Esau helping lending a helping hand. Hell no.
They got laws out there where you can't even give the poor any money.
Yeah, out in California.
Here it is. When you super rich, you get fucked up. You give somebody billions of dollars, millions of dollars to get bailed out. But you can't give a poor man a couple
$5,
dollars,
right.
$5 to go get food to last for the day, man.
Hey, I'll tell you one thing. You know how Jake like to say, more money, more problems? I mean, that came from the right. Because no, it's not more money, more problems.
Nah.
More money, the better your family will live.
Yeah.
All right? Go look back at King Solomon. He acquired a lot of wealth. And dispersed it among the people. Everybody was living good. Look at get Tobit 4. Get Tobit the first chapter real quick. I think like the 21st verse.
All right. Cause see, in Esau's system, when you get money, the IRS on your back, so that's the problems they get. But just having just actual like wealth, nah, you live better, you live richer, you live a more lush, plush lifestyle.
The key word there is
lavish.
real money.
Let's do.
You know, the scriptures say that wisdom is a
Plush.
defense and money's a defense. And the truth
Right.
is the more money you do get on this side, you're actually worse off. I bet, look at Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin got all that money just for his woman. For his woman to what? Be rich. Right? That's just the truth. Blake Griffin's wife makes more, she has more money in child support than most men that play in the league. Because money is not real. This money ain't real.
Go ahead and get that too. Because like, if a righteous man gets more money, it's a good thing. They ain't having no problems. We do it. We separate and do it the right way. We dispense
so it's like old times.
People correctly according to righteousness. All right, get Tobit 2:1. What's this Tobit?
Tobit chapter 2 verse 1. Now when I was come home again, and my wife Anna was restored unto me, with my son Tobias in the feast of Pentecost, which is the holy feast of the 7 weeks. There was a good dinner prepared me.
Yeah, that's a good dinner. Go ahead.
In the which,
if I'm not mistaken, Tobit was well off. When you read the first chapter, I can't remember. His brother or his son was like not his son, his brother or his cousin. In the first chapter, he was a cupbearer for the king. What a cupbearer is, he'll drink the wine or whatever first,
Right.
to see if it's poisonous or not. And that's a heavy
You get
role,
paid good for that.
You get paid good for that.
Yep.
All right? Because if he drinks and it starts getting foaming out the mouth and shit, don't eat that. Or don't drink that. But that's a role that's highly looked at. You get paid good for that. It's almost like an expensive counsel. Go ahead.
there was a good dinner prepared me, in the which I sat down to eat. And when I saw abundance of meat, I said to my son, go and bring what poor man sovereign thou shalt find out of our brothers.
Hold that. See, he sat down and had abundance. All right, but the first thing the first thing he thought about was sharing, was helping. All right, when a righteous man gets a hand of some resources, or some money, or some gold, or whatever, he tries to give back, you can say. When you read about King Solomon, he got all his hands on that, and he made sure his people were good. I
See
know,
hammer effect.
you know,
Right.
you
Yeah.
see,
Yeah.
brothers always
Unfortunately, he went broke. But
brothers always
Put the hood on,
was
man.
that Queen she
he was in
came
the right place.
to King Solomon, and she thought the servant was the king. That was the servant. In a righteous man. So keep reading.
It was
Read
charitable.
that verse.
This is Tobit 2 and 1. It says, now when I was come home again, and my wife Anna was restored unto me, with my son Tobias in the feast of Pentecost, which is the holy feast of the 7 weeks. There was a good dinner prepared me, in the which I sat down to eat. And when I saw abundance of meat, I said to my son, go and bring what poor man sovereign thou shalt find out of our brethren.
And that it's like if I could say, because you know what, that's just in us, man. Because you work a job where you work with food, and you be like, damn, we gotta throw all this food away at the end of the night. What about the homeless? Like when I was younger, and in my early 20s, I worked at a Dunkin' Donuts. And at the end of the night, it was my job to throw away all the shit that didn't get sold. All the donuts, all the croissants, all the bagels, all the whatever, munchkin holes. And you know them big trash cans that be, you know, the big joints that you roll around with? Man, I used to throw away 3-4 of those full of bakery items. Just packed. Like, I'm talking about like garbage bags over your back throwing them away. And I'm like, damn, you we can't give this away. Esau don't be thinking away about giving that shit away. He'll throw it away if he can't make money off of it before he feed you.
When I was working in the
fucked
food industry, they wouldn't even let us take it home.
Yeah,
Nah,
same
no.
thing.
Yeah, they don't let you
Till you
take
start
it home.
reading.
Are you working for the ass?
If you work at certain restaurants, like if you're a waiter or server, and you might make the incorrect dish, and the person that you're serving the food to doesn't want it, you can't eat it. You can't just take it back and
Pack this up.
yeah, pack it up for later. You gotta throw it in the trash can.
Hey, I used to
Just
work
wait.
when I was a teen. I used to work at an AMC theater. We couldn't even take popcorn.
See?
Fucking popcorn.
Popcorn.
That's
all.
Popcorn. Everybody gets popcorn. And it's in abundance. That item is the most, stock item that we have. And you're telling me after the shift is over, after I've been here till 1 o'clock in the morning because I had to wait until the last show, the last people to get out, I can't take a bag of popcorn.
And you'll lose your job on some shit.
Esau's a big ass consumer. All right?
He's a hoarder,
Like the brother
too.
said, yeah, he's a hoarder. Like the brother said, they don't rather throw the shit away if they can't make money off it. So keep thinking.
Esau.
That's that drop that go to told it.
This is heavy.
This is real quick before you don't mind, bro. Real quick, this is Habakkuk 2 and 2 and 5, and it says, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. But gather unto him all people, and heapeth unto him all nations.
That's right. That's a clear example of how he's a hoarder. He likes to store things for himself and by himself. All right, or he would just do it. Okay. Can you get Toby 4 and get Sirach 13?
Yeah, you don't read it.
This is Toby 4 and 8.
This is Tobit chapter 4, verse 8. If thou hast abundance, give alms accordingly.
That's right. Give alms accordingly. Go ahead.
If thou have but a little, be not afraid to give according to that little.
If you have a little, don't be afraid to give according to that little. All right? You got a lot. Shit. Be a help.
Right.
All right? Don't just keep it for yourself. If you have a little, say you got $25 in your pocket, don't be afraid to get 5. All right? Get Ecclesiastes, Salaki. Get Ecclesiastes 12 and 1. Real quick. Because don't be afraid. All right? You got it. That's what I'm saying. Jake, righteous individual.
Put the sign down now, bro.
Wait, us.
I was just saying until you read it.
They were supposed to give all the substance. They were supposed to give all the substance.
You know what I'm
so they
saying?
can disperse
Hands looking
it
like
so
this.
everybody can be on equal
Teaching.
All right? That's what righteous individuals do. All right? Get a Sirach 12 and 1 real quick.
This is Sirach 12 and 1. When thou wilt do good, know to whom thou doest it.
Yeah, go ahead.
So shalt thou be thanked for thy benefits.
Go ahead.
Do good to the godly man.
Wait, this song. Can you get Psalm 69? Go ahead.
Do good to the godly man, and thou shalt find a recompense. And if not from him,
Oh, reread that. You on verse 2?
yeah, come.
Reread verse 2.
All right, Sirach 12 and 2. Do good to the godly man, and thou shalt find a recompense.
That's right. Do good to a godly man, and thou shalt find a recompense. Now that can go into why. I remember a few years back. I think a few Israelite groups were like, you give out to the homeless and this and that. I'm like, I'm not about to go out to, set up a food drive for the homeless and soup kitchen and shit. I'm not about to do that. All right, because I'm gonna give to a godly man. All right, I'm gonna give to one of these brothers out here.
Right.
That is helping the poor.
Right.
Real shit.
Right. They do that.
Literally we are, all right, and our spirit is contrite. So we're of the ground, the worms. Where the worms dwell, in the ground. We are poor.
We're humble as shit.
We've been humble.
And they do that, and they say that because they can afford it because they got a 501c3. They get grants to do that. Yeah.
That's not given to the godly. Given to the godly.
That's why they can say that. Nigga Esau giving to the poor, not you.
Setting up a collection for a brother who may need something. All right? That, we do help the poor. All right? And we help the spirit of the poor. That's the main thing. What is $20 going to get you? $100. $500. They ain't going to get you. $1,000 won't get you shit with it. I'll be gone in a day after you try to pay your rent.
Shit, I was watching some nigga rapper, and they were talking about he signed a deal. He got like $275,000 for his deal. He said, man, that shit was going in 2 months.
Money ain't worth shit.
Turn on, it says.
Money ain't worth shit, and the cost of living is too high. It doesn't coincide. That's unequal.
I was just now reading an article through the Spirit. That's beautiful you said that, and I was looking at different cities and the medium annual salary that it takes to live in the majority of these different cities. They had Atlanta, they had New York, I forget Manhattan. They had all the different major states, and the usual salary is like 60, 70,000. And it always spoke about how the average person, the average people, they're making $15,000 less than the average, than the salary, or than the income to actually live there. So majority of these people don't even make enough to actually live in majority of these places. That's why they always bank on what? Credit. They try to credit everything in their life in debt. This is a debt-based society,
That's right.
Because just like you said, everybody is damn near poor. It's either you rich or you poor. There ain't no goddamn middle class.
Either you are super rich.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Super poor. There's no middle class.
Well, the middle class got done away with in 07, 08.
Yeah, that's done.
With that crash.
In 07. In real talk,
Yeah.
the middle class is like the abdominals. We're like the abdominals of America.
It's supposed to be.
If you have a good it's working out, if you have a good, you can do every lift.
You can.
You can do every single lift. You have a good core functioning, but you start laxing on that, you're gonna start getting injuries.
Oh yeah.
You're trying to do deadlift or something, but you don't have a strong core. You're going back.
You're back.
You see, America's back is strong because they totally took out the
Middle class. You need the middle class.
You need the middle class. You have to have
balance.
Exactly, balance and order is a set thing, but the weight, the scale is just like, woo.
That's why America's weak. America's really weak. America's about to collapse, man. Because when you got too much, it's basically America's top heavy. The one got all the money, all the power, and the ones that you're gonna topple over. America's weak, man.
Well, really, you'd be better off. You'd be better off being part of the poor class than the middle class.
Because you got
a lot of
lose.
benefits that you can receive from being within the poor class. That we've all if you ask some Jake, they'll tell you, oh no, you be poor as fuck, no money in your pocket. But they'll tell you, well, really, you make too much money to get food stamps, or you really make too much money to get wet, or you make too much. And you be like, how the fuck do I not make enough? I make too much money to get Section 8 in these things when you could be living in your car. Like, you got a lot of, there's a documentary on World Star Hip Hop right now. I'm gonna send it in a group about poverty in America. There's people that there are massive amounts of people that live in their car. But those same people that live in their car, they bust their ass, they work, they have multiple jobs, and they can't, you think they got food stamps? Hell no.
Hell no. They can't afford a part, they can't do none of that.
Stop.
But it's so confusing because why didn't the homeless ain't got no apartment?
We good to the Dolly, man, and that's
place,
how
I'm about to say place.
and if not from him, get from the Most High.
Damn, man, fuck on that.
The big if, just Paul likes to use the word if, the big if factor is if you keep the faith, all right? You have faith that you give it to this man, you could receive a recompense either from, hey, I give you $20, a week later he'll give it back, or I have faith that I'm going to gain spiritually, all right? Because faith is the thing that's going to vindicate you, all right? Because I know sometimes, usually bros will be out, bro, maybe finish, we're going to eat or something. We'll pay for the, whatever. Like, no, you good, bro? It's not saying that we don't want the recompense from it, bro. But it's like the Lord gonna do that. We all poor. We all going through it. You go back to
This is Tobit.
what else? Go back to Tobit.
This is Tobit chapter 4, verse 8. If thou hast abundance, give alms accordingly.
Yeah, you hear that, Esau? Self-proclaimed white man. If you have a lot, give. Your dumbass holiday just passed. You
Yeah,
didn't
they
give
ain't-
shit to nobody.
What's that? They ain't got.
You didn't get nothing to nobody.
Thanks,
We the
taking.
main ones doing turkey giveaways. Negroes.
Negro.
Right.
I was not one white person out there.
Turkey giveaways.
Damn, unsigned.
You got billion-dollar corporations still paying Jake $12 an hour.
Right.
Get back. Go ahead, read it.
Tobit 4 and 8. If thou hast abundance, give alms accordingly.
If you have abundance, give alms accordingly. Go ahead.
If thou hast but a little, be not afraid to give according to that little.
And we're not afraid to give according to that little, but I'll tell you this. We are abundant in knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and we give it back.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, this ain't ours. We borrowed this. The scriptures say, also your life, you were bought with a price. You don't own, we don't even own ourselves. We belong to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
That's right.
And he bid us to do a certain type of work, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to give back to our people. Give first, 2 Corinthians 1 and 5 real quick. Go to Sirach 31 real quick. Let me see. Sirach 31 and start
Hey,
at
what was the
15.
Black Friday? I was telling the brother on the side, like, you ain't seen no 50% off your fucking rent
Right.
or 50% off cell phone bills.
Mm-hmm.
But no, he want to make sure that you go buy
I sure could've
an
used that.
89-inch TV for your one-bedroom apartment.
Right.
How about why Esau could that's light change.
half off.
If Esau just would have said, hey, for the month of November, nobody got to pay their cell phone bill. You know how much that'll help a Negro, Latino, and Native American family?
That'll help everybody.
No cell phone bill for this month.
Hey, I'll tell you another
Check a
thing.
throw apart.
Like you said,
Light
like,
shit.
like the Black Friday shit. An individual will go to Best Buy, a TV that used to cost $800 now costs $400, right?
Right.
It didn't cost $400 in the first place.
Right.
That
No.
TV
Right.
wasn't worth $800.
It wasn't never worth it.
Right when it was made, that shit cheap as hell.
Well, you
Cheap
want
products
400.
made by some fucking gooks in the other land.
Yeah.
Some children gooks. Fucking J's cost, I guarantee you,
$2.
26.
26.
But you're selling that shit for $900. But then have the audacity.
Oh, the
to-
Yeezys.
to,
It's
have the
audacity.
Oh yeah, the Yeezys.
to cut the price.
Cracking me proud.
Man, fuck the white man.
That's right.
Devils,
What you
man.
telling
All
me?
right?
Because white people only get bold when it's in abundance. If he
Right.
if he was walking by,
But I say he wouldn't have said a
"Hey,
damn
how you doing?
thing."
How you doing? They get a little bit of Miller Lights in them, a couple Bud Lights. Now they talking shit.
He's walking. Keep it in the loop. He's
Right.
He's so full of shit, man. All right? He's scary.
We don't need
Scary as fuck.
He's scary as hell. All right? Go ahead and get Sirach 31.
This is Sirach 31
See what y'all be doing. Go ahead.
and verse 15.
Right, because they get
Judge
drunk and then
of
they
thy
come
neighbor
out.
by
The truth
thyself
come out.
and be discreet in every point.
Go ahead.
Eat as it becometh a man.
He hasn't become a man. The captain brought out Habakkuk 2 and 5. He goes, Esau, the self-proclaimed white man, goes places where he ain't belong. He steals shit that he don't have no business stealing.
That's right.
All right? And he's greedy as hell. Manifest destiny, my ass. This was another people's land.
That's right.
And you stole it because you're greedy. Keep your hands to yourself. Go ahead.
Which are set before thee and devour not.
And devour not. Eat what becomes man. What's at your plate, what you put on your plate, do it that which sufficient was.
Yeah, right.
All right? Go keep going.
Look at these foodies online.
That's right.
They'll eat a hamburger with fucking 12 patties on it.
Right.
You have competitive eating competitions and shit like that here. Just gluttony. So-called white man is the embodiment of gluttonous living.
Yep.
You're just a gluttonous, greedy preacher.
Greedy, red,
And white women. And white women.
White women
And
too.
because they be greedy for rock.
Damn K1.
Go ahead, bro.
It says,
Hey,
lest
no,
thou be
They
hated,
take all the dicks right
It
there.
said,
Right.
what? Lest thou be hated. Go ahead.
leave off first for manners' sake.
Leave off first for manners' sake. The scriptures even teach you
Right
good
one,
table
two.
manners.
Manners.
She doesn't want to be included.
And be not unstable
Unsaturated.
and saturable
Which means what? Unsatisfied.
Satisfied.
That's you Edomites. That's America, man. Unsatisfied as hell. That's why this is the biggest consumer country ever.
Ever.
That's right.
A hell of imports,
Yep.
but they. I don't know if I want to export too
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Because I want to keep and hoard everything. That's why you got obese people walking up and down this shit. I can't turn my eye left or right without seeing fat ass American. Go ahead.
It says, and be
Eating
not
hot dogs and hamburgers. Beef jerky and beer.
Breakfast, lunch, and
That's
dinner.
that's a Edomite fucking lunch right there.
That's why American.
He said beef jerky.
The
and
American
beer.
diet is
beef jerky and beer.
the worst diet on the planet Earth, man.
Right.
When you deal with like
High cholesterol.
East Indian or Arabic diets, you know, it might be certain spices, you know, spice-based meals and things.
Turmeric.
Yeah, turmeric and curry and things of that nature.
Right.
African dishes, you know, all these different national dishes, they'll have certain herbs and spices. But America is primarily fried food and yeast-based products.
I
Man.
could pull a white man to the side or any motherfucking American. I
Any
could pull
American.
any
Yeah,
American
heavy
to
in
the
starch,
side and ask
cholesterol.
him, hey, you know what lentils are? Huh? Do you know what baby arugula is? Huh? Okay, fuck. Hot dog,
You know, I never seen
soda,
grown
Coca-Cola.
Do they say
Go ahead.
Coke?
and be not unsatiable, lest thou offend.
Lest thou offend Esau, you
Kids
offend
and it.
great
I seen that.
because you're greedy.
The dude held it up.
Yes,
You know,
I'll say this.
Yeah.
The Lord did use you to be a whooping stick,
I was like, what is that?
but you did it too much.
Because you're greedy.
Because you're greedy.
It was really kind of.
One whip isn't enough. I gotta give you 18 lashes. And then
Should have did
25
to
tomorrow.
adults.
With
Should
a
have
double.
done the kids
Go
with
ahead.
adults.
A nigga back,
I'm gonna show you
fully
how
chopped off.
stupid
You can see a nigga's spine. And he still want to whip the spine.
Damn.
Go ahead.
When thou sittest amongst many, reach not thine hand out first of all.
We knocked our hand out first of all. And when you go to these G, I'm applying this to the self-proclaimed white man. I'm only gonna say self-proclaimed. All right? Because you call yourself a white man. You're red as hell. You're as red as that damn stuff. Catch every day when you go to goddamn clown. All right? Reach out your hand first. So again, I'm applying this to Esau. Read that. So when these Edomites, these cracker ass Americans go to a G20 summit, who the first one talking? The big mouth American. And everybody's sitting at the G20 summit like, what is this dude gonna shut the hell up?
That is how it is now.
You reach your hand out first. Go ahead.
That's right.
Yeah, America. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go home. Go home of the free. The bread.
Man, these are the lowest of low. Like we're not even like they're not even worthy to be mad. Like to be honest with you, white people, we really feel sorry for you.
Shit, I don't feel sorry.
No, I know because these are
Yeah,
these are the gum on the bottom of the elitist shoes.
Scum of the earth, goddamn.
Like these are nobodies, man. The majority of these so-called white people walking up and down the street are physically, mentally, and spiritually way worse than all of us.
They're just as poor as us.
They're more poor than
Yeah,
us.
they are.
Because we live a different life than
They might be making $80,000-$90,000 a year with $500,000 of debt.
Thank you.
And then blow themselves away.
But let's come down on the provoking too, though. You know what I'm
A very little is sufficient for a man well nurtured.
And very little is sufficient for a man well nurtured. That's us. All right, go ahead.
And he fetcheth not his wind short upon his bed.
Fetching not his real short upon his bed. Go ahead.
Sound sleep cometh of moderate eating.
Sound sleep coming from a moderate eating. An Edomite can't go to sleep without thinking about mischief. He eats he has the wrong diet. We have a diet of life. He has a diet of death. So he can't go to sleep without thinking about something that he wants to do. That's bad. That's not moderate eating. We eat the good things. We eat the roll. We eat the whole roll like it says in Ezekiel, and we drink the full cup like it says in the book of Ezra, the 14th chapter.
Yeah.
Second Ezra 14.
And that's after you had said that too, because even when you're dealing in terms of warfare, it was always respect and war. It was always integrity in warfare. when you see war-based movies, you see certain kings would actually talk to each other. They would actually have levels of respect before they actually would go to war. You know, they show you that in the movie The King. They wouldn't try to sabotage them in certain type of ways. They would let it be a clear, honest war, and the superior forces actually win. The so-called white man did what? He put smallpox in blankets and gave them out generously to Native Americans, man.
Very subtle.
Yeah, very subtle.
Yeah.
You know,
Very subtle. Was a very subtle gesture. You know, so-called kindness.
What's nice to
probably had
This is,
Native American.
Micah 2 and 1.
Be having their design.
It says, woe to them that deviseth iniquity and work evil upon their beds.
Yeah, woe to them that devise iniquity. Get Job 32, 33.
How the hell you get a blanket with smallpox? You don't got
Done. When the, this is Micah 2 and 1. It says, woe to them that deviseth iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is power. It is in the power of their
how
hand.
they did it.
And they covet fields and take them by violence.
Hey, see, they covet it. They covet, all right? Meaning they want something that's not theirs in the first place. Like the verse above that thing said, they devise these things in their bed, all right? Job 33.
This is Job chapter 33 and verse 14. For the Most High speaketh once, yet twice, yet man perceiveth it not. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men.
This is how righteous men sleep. This is what goes on in our world.
And slumberings upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of men and sealeth their instructions.
Our minds are focused on the understanding of it. The Lord may give us a vision of the end times. That's according to biblical prophecy. We're not thinking about, man, how am I going to smoke this guy tomorrow? Or how am I going to put more debt on the people? How am I going to, take over a country? When am I going to bomb a certain country or whatnot? That's deceiving mystery.
How many little girls am I going to steal for sex trafficking this week?
Right.
All right?
Shit
We're
like
not
that.
thinking about that. When we sleep alone and we fall asleep, we're thinking about the things according to the scripts. I know I spoke to the elder of Rocketside yesterday. He says he does every night. He'll read them, before he gets ready for bed, he gets in bed, he'll open the book. And he'll read it until he falls asleep. Now one thing that's you study, I learned this when I was in Esau's college. When you study, you want to study right before you go to sleep. Because when you study and you go to sleep, you retain it. All right? So when you read this book right before you go to sleep,
Y'all crazy, y'all
13, 15 and 16 starts happening. All right? So finish that off and then we go back to the
That's in the law too.
In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumberings upon the bed,
First thing you do
then
in the
he
morning.
openeth the ears of men
Fresh thought.
and sealeth their instructions.
Just eat first thing.
I've had dreams where I was
That
reading
he,
scriptures
that he may
coming to life.
withdraw man
'Cause I've been on
from
study
his
before.
purpose and hide pride from man.
There you go. We go to sleep is beneficial for us. All right? Because the Lord is rewiring us to the way He wants us. He's taking us away from that pride, haughty, self-indulged mind frame. All right? And putting us more in the spirit of Philippians, the second chapter.
Micah 2 and 2. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away.
That's the war. They cover fields and take them by violence. They destroy borders, okay? And they name lands of themselves. All right? You see what's going on over in Syria? All right? America trying to infiltrate. Russia's already there. That's another Duke of Edom.
Yep.
All right? So, when you speak Esau, we're just not speaking of America. There's a whole bunch of Edomites everywhere. Russia's Edom. Germany, that's Edom. That's Edom. All right? That's the Edomites, man. The UK, all that. All right, go ahead. So like,
Yeah. This is Micah 2:2, and it says that they
Israelis.
covered fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away, so they oppress a man and his house.
So now when you go, you start watch that documentary, the 13th on Netflix. I don't know if it's still on, but it shows you the systematic way of how Esau took the black man out of the household and he destroyed houses. He took families. It was a more of a modern way of selling a slave, splitting a slave family.
He did it through legislation.
He did it through legislation. It's wicked decrees. It's another modern form of how they sold us on Black Friday and separated families. Except they did it, like the brother said, through legislations, and then make the so-called black man a property estate when he goes to jail.
If I may add to what you're saying, like litigation, I had picked up this Edomite top level type lawyer litigation, and we was talking about algorithm, and basically he basically through conversation said that this algorithm that they use through the internet, through the AI and everything is a new form of it's a new way of segregation. They know they specifically understand. They put choices and doors in front of you that keep you in a certain box. The way they box us and segregate us is digital now.
It's digital.
It's very digital. Like you said, they oppress you in a way that's beyond just simply you come out your house and you walk down the street and it's a cracker cop looking to hit you with a nightstick.
That's low end.
No, when you get on your computer, they know, oh, this is a black man. He lives in zip code 30039. The average income over there is roughly 60,000. This is the type of car he's going on.
Yeah.
We're gonna put these specific things in front of you. The oppression has reached a point where like you can stand still, you still gonna be oppressed.
It's still gonna be
Yep.
open. It's
Well, they got
the
that-
Matrix is everywhere.
The Matrix is
Yep.
you are literally in the Matrix.
And they got that Google, they got the Google AdSense. Well, whatever you looked at, depending on what website you go to, you'll see the ad. Like, man, I just looked that up. So that keeps you, within your own
Keeps you
parameters.
within your
Within your box.
Reading on, it says, so they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage.
That's right, man, that's serious. That's what he did to our people for 400 plus years.
The game must be over. You go to take them, kind of sad.
Systematic oppression. It's like they have to, like the brother said, they have their own set algorithms.
Because I did the other bit on
through this oppression. There's no getting out of it until the Lord comes back and beams you.
Jordan Georgia Tech. They played tough. Yeah, they played each other.
I want to bring out something to what Ari was saying. This is the definition of redlining. It says in the United States and Canada, redlining is the systematic denial of various services to residents of specific, often racially associated neighborhoods.
Often racially associated.
Should be black line.
Yeah, racially.
Well, it's red because of Esau.
The
Esau
Edomite
line.
that I picked up,
Yeah.
he basically told me how he said that Google is like for instance, Google. The company Google is a anti-Trump company. But if they know, through your algorithm, you're a Trump supporter, they could basically throw your whole life off just by the fact of you being this a Trump supporter.
Yeah.
Like it's beyond just like you said. It's an effective way of keeping you. Man, we're gonna put you right here, man. This type of car you're gonna be able to drive. This type of woman you're gonna be able to date. This type of food you're gonna be able to eat. Your
Type of job, yeah.
It is.
You ain't gonna be able to lead a perimeter.
You ain't gonna be able to leave that perimeter, man.
That's why Jake's stuck in that mentality of the hood. All they see is, you know what I'm saying, niggas shit. So that's what they become.
That's why niggas just be chicken wing and fried eating niggas.
Product,
Because they want to.
right.
Because
They become consumed in their oppression.
What is product of your environment?
beautiful.
They're pretty much stuck in the ways.
Right, because he brought that hood shit up here. For
You
example,
can't change your habits. Or say you had a bad habit. You can't change your bad habit if you're constantly around that habit. Or constantly being tempted to do that habit over and over again. If you have a habit of what?
you gotta have a
Liking
strong
women
will.
too much or being around women too much. All right, and it kind of consumes you. Well, to break the habit, get away from the women.
Right.
If you have a habit of watching TV too much, get away from the TV. Hide the controllers. I don't know, do something. But you have to. That's how you break the habit. But Esau has it to where you're stuck in your habits.
Yep.
Yeah, because just like you said, you try to get away from women, you get on the internet, it's some ass shaking videos right in front of you. If you want to just, you know, purge away from certain things, the internet and advertisements are always in your face to try to push you towards a direction. That's why it's known as an advertisement, man. To advertise or to seduce you into that world, to keep you in it, locked in.
Oh, precept. This is Psalms 10 and 2. The wicked in his pride that persecute the poor, let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined.
See, that's a spirit, man. Because it's all gonna come back right in your head. Everything that you get us with the okey doke with, you're gonna be hit with it. You're gonna be hit with your own sword. You're gonna be hit with your own craft. You're gonna be hit with your own curses that you try to put on Judah. Even though no witchcraft can come to Judah, just like you paraphrasing. All right, all that's gonna go right back in your head.
All right, this is Psalms 10 and 2. The wicked in his pride will persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined.
That's right. Let them be taken in the devices that they imagine. That's a righteous judgment.
I go to verse 3. All right, for the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blessed the covetous whom the Lord hath abhorred. All right, Psalms 10 and 3. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous whom the Lord abhorreth. Verse 4. The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in all his thoughts.
Hey, Esau reminds me of how that, I think it was on the, what's that one movie with that he was stuck in that gold chain.
Yeah, Battle of Five
He
Armies.
wasn't turning over, he didn't care about nothing. I got all the gold, I'm good. That's the same way Esau was. You think he has all these resources and stuff? You think he got so much that he thinks he is God? Yeah. Who else got this? I got it. Right. I got it by myself.
Right.
Go ahead. Is that it on there?
I can go to verse 5. Ain't it on? Psalm 10 and 5. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above, out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them.
That's right. Read that one time.
Psalm 10 and 5. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above, out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them.
That's right. His judgments are grievous. That goes back to what Isaiah says. He says, woe to them who create righteousness. His judgment is sudden and it's terrible. Right? Henceforth, you got what you have today, what you see around you. Everybody is proud. Right? Nobody cares about anybody. Everybody is into themselves. The love of many shall wax cold. That's what you have. Because of his judgments. Right? His devices and the oppression that he has. So the Lord willing, that was edifying. I'm going to go ahead and step down and let another brother turn his stomach.
I know they started charging for each sword. That's some bullshit.
Like
This used to be free.
Oh, probably Apple. Or Android. Oh, no, remember. You got, that's a different one.
My sword.
Yeah, my sword, that's Android, but Eastwood, because I had Eastwood on my laptop. So my sword,
First Timothy. Yeah, First Timothy.
I think they have it.
Yeah, sorry, Tom.
I just put my sword.
This is 1 Timothy 4, verse 1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith.
And we're seeing that, you know, we're seeing all of these bug outs from out of nowhere. Hey, where the hell is shot and fried, man?
That's a good answer.
You know, what about egghead? You know, these niggas, they departed from the faith because this wasn't for them. Keep going.
Giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils.
Yeah, seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. You got this ex-Gmsatl Atlanta reprobate, all right, on a rampage of talking shit, man. And yeah, how about Shimmy Awashai, man? He gonna smoke your ass, man. He gonna smoke you like a Thanksgiving turkey, man. because you still pushing this reprobate mind frames. And you know what? What did Jake say? Well, that clip today I got time. All right, so we're gonna dive in on your ass because you're going around looking for attention. All right, so we're gonna get that attention in the spirit. Because you know what? Your doctrine is full of shit, and it ain't edifying anybody, and it's misleading the folk, man. So the scriptures say what? It is better if you offend one of the little ones. It's better for a great millstone to be tied around your head, man. Keep going.
This is 1 Timothy 4 verse 2. Speaking lies and hypocrisy.
Speaking lies and hypocrisy. Titus 1. Lies and hypocrisies, man. In the same video the brother and the elder brother in Baltimore did, he's sitting in his car talking shit about the fact that, yeah, you got Apostle Tahar when they do their videos on highways and hedges, that they somewhere hidden in the woods. Nigga, you don't even go out.
Right. That's the, hey, man.
Armchair.
You a front seat prophet, man.
Anytime they blocked him from their videos. We see you on the comment boards.
You just a reprobate, man. Somebody look up that word.
You want attention,
the definition of the etymology of reprobate, man. Because that's just 2020, man. The Lord got to smoke you reprobates, man. You false prophets, all right? You wicked ass niggas that's claiming to be Israel. The Lord got to remove you, man. Read that part again, that verse.
This is 1 Timothy 4 verse 2. Speaking lies and hypocrisy.
Yeah, Apostle Tahar, he's hidden in the woods when he's clearly somewhere in the Bronx.
Right.
You through the spirit, your two goons left you.
Right.
And you afraid to go out by yourself in the land. So your scary ass got to drive all the way to goddamn Miami or somewhere to have some backup. I bet right now it's Saturday. You go right around the corner to Underground. I bet your ass ain't there.
I don't know.
I bet your ass ain't there.
We used to be at Walters. He ain't Walters.
You ain't there no more. Keep going.
Having their conscience seared with a hot iron.
Yeah, you ever see how you cook a steak and you sear it? That's when you sear a steak, you lock it in the flavor. The flavor that's locked into you is evilness, man. You got all kind of flavor of wickedness in you, man. And there ain't no removing it. And it's not just him. It's all kind of reprobates in Israel, man. These I want to do what I want to do Israelites, man.
Right. You got a lot of vagabond Jews.
A lot of from the original plan. They want to create their own labor. No, the scriptures say we have entered into another. We've entered into the elders and apostles' labor. Was this not? This is the same nigga talking shit about the elders and apostles, but he was the one that was all on the same apostle he talked shit's tip. Tell me I'm lying. You wasn't sitting in Decatur on some. Okay, well, only Apostle Gabar could put me out the camp.
Right.
He's the only one that could put. He put me in the camp, and he the only one. But now you a groupie for him, man.
That's why he's so mad.
You just old and fucking mad.
He hurt.
Anybody got that reprobate, man? Bring that definition out. Hold that.
The definition of reprobate, an unprincipled person.
An unprincipled person. You don't got no principles. That's why 1 second you just cool with. 1 second the 12 tribe sign don't matter. 1 second I can wear fitted caps. 1 second I don't gotta wear garments. 1 second this is okay. 1 second this is a change. You don't got no principles, man. Somebody look up the word principle. Please do. Look up the word principle. Somebody look up that word principle, man.
The second definition is a sinner who is not of the elect and is predestined to damnation.
Anathema maranatha.
Let's read that definition again. Because I don't know. I just saw rock faces. I saw niggas' faces right there.
The definition of reprobate.
Oh, you on the phone in the book? Okay.
Second definition, a sinner who is not of the elect and is predestined to damnation.
Now hold that. Go to 1 John 3. 1 John 3, when you get there, I'll get you the verse. All right? Because it says a sinner, what now?
A sinner who is not of the elect.
A sinner not of the elect. Go ahead.
And is
elect of the unelect. You're an elect member of the unelect. If that makes
chosen
sense.
2/3.
You're a chosen member of the unchosen.
Hey, well, he's a part of that number. You know, when you go on Isaiah 65 and it says that the truth got that specific number set up to basically destroy, he's a part of that number. But he's not a part of the number of the saints. You know? And his works is showing them so. Should be teachers of lies.
It is teachers. Well, it's hypocrisy.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's why when we read First Timothy, the 4th chapter, it speaks about lies and hypocrisies. Because a hypocrite will tell you what? Give me an example of a hypocrite. Like, hey bro, you really shouldn't be
Smoking. Yeah.
Yeah, you really shouldn't be doing that. But then in the same sentence, he's doing it. So he's saying the truth. He's a liar and he's a hypocrite. Now read 1 John 3 and read down.
This is 1 John 3 and 1. Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of the Most High. Therefore the world...
The sons of the Most High on this side are the elect. Keep going.
Therefore the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not. Beloved, now are we the sons of the Most High, and it doeth not yet appear what we shall be. But we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is.
Now, as he is, as Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai, he died on the cross. He absorbed all our sins. The elect. Those that aren't reprobates. Those that are living by principles. What are the principles that we live by? The law, statutes, commandments. Keep going.
This is 1 John 3, verse 3. And every man that had this hope in him purified himself, even as he is pure.
Now, real quick. Go to Titus 1 and 15.
This is Titus chapter 1, verse 15. Unto the pure, all things are pure.
Right.
But unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure.
Yeah, unbelieving and nothing is pure. That's why as soon as the nigga leave, what's his thing? Oh, no, the 12 tribes son, that ain't right. It ain't biblical. Oh, no, the elders and apostles, that ain't it. That ain't biblical. Private interpretation.
Right.
You niggas private interpretation yourself right out of the truth, man. Nah. You remember Nasty Nas 8 months ago because you been MIA? Nasty Nas been missing, man. I'm telling you, go on these niggas' pages, man. With this action, just the one thumb, you gonna be in 2017.
That's white. One swipe.
Just one swipe of the thumb. Just one swipe of the thumb. You gonna be 12 months ago. Am I lying? Fopi's another one. That's what I said. All of you reprobates. All of you reprobate. Now this nigga wants to say, oh, now I'm gonna create a new sign. All right, you do that.
A new sign?
Yeah, he gonna create a new sign.
Yeah, what he's
all
yeah.
the 12 tribes are Negroes to him.
Right.
You got a precept, brother? Go ahead.
This is James 1, verse 8. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
Yeah, double-minded man is unstable. Now imagine a nigga that's triple-minded. Quadruple-minded. That's why you can't even argue with these niggas. I'm gonna tell you why we don't argue with you. Because you got hella demons in you. 1 second, you arguing with demon number 1. Then the next second, demon number 2. That ain't even a fair argument. Here it is, we a debate team, and it's me by myself, and it's 30 of you. It's a legion. That's why the scriptures say avoid foolish questions. But again,
right, we're avoiding you.
You wouldn't understand that because why? The spirit ain't working with you, man. Man, just go back into the world, man.
Bro.
Fully. Put the camera down. Go buy a brick. All right. Just go be the ultimate 48-year-old nigga that you are, man. Just
By the
go
way,
be
I'm
it,
not
man. Stop playing.
Yeah.
You just wanna stalk men's pages. You too old for that shit, man. You want to run up on brothers and still talk shit? Bro, I'm just dealing, quite frankly, this spirit that I'm on is strictly the word, man. I'm not mad at this nigga. How long has this nigga been removed from the body? Like 3 years? Spring will be 3 years that he's been gone. But if you run up on him or you see him, bro, give it up, man. You just an old, bitter nigga, man. You got a precept?
This is Romans 16, verse 17.
Yep.
Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions.
We marked you. Everybody don't mark you. Everybody knows you a joke in Israel, man.
That's true, bro.
You're marked.
We're
We're talking almost 3 years later. We're not going to entertain you. Only reason it is this is because it's a spirit. And it's all of you reprobates, man. All of you, man. You gotta go. All of you. Because you know why? You're pushing folly and
Confusion.
and misinformation.
Yep.
He got a video on his page talking about a cashless society is a myth.
You out your
Bro.
goddamn mind?
Are you out of your goddamn mind?
We in a cash. It just
We're
means
in it.
less cash.
Right. That's all it means.
How is it a miss? Like it's
It's a
something.
myth.
Like we talking about the Loch Ness monster or something out of the out of the fucking
Right, like talking about
Flying
fictitious.
dragons and
Yeah,
shit, man.
mermaids.
Yeah, legend has
Legend
it.
has it.
How the- See, that's how you, like you said, you can't argue with a nigga like that. Cause a nigga like that, I remember watching this show and the dude was like, "Yo, what are you talking about?" The dude was like, "Yo, what are you talking about?" He's like, "What are we talking about?" Just
Yeah,
simple as hell, man.
uh-huh.
It's just a tangler, man. It's just a tangled chords when you talk to a nigga like
That's why
that.
what did Jay-Z said? He said you don't argue with a fool because from a distance you can't tell who is who. We're not gonna argue with you. You want
That was
our
some-
space.
Hey, that's
We're not gonna argue with you. All right? The scriptures say rebuke, not a scorner. Matter of fact, somebody know where that's at? I'm gonna look that up real quick. Spare me 1 second.
I got a precept.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Rock 33:5. The heart of the foolish is like a cartwheel, and his thoughts are like a rolling axle tree. Yeah, and you gotta think like a cartwheel. Like you can't. It has no type of stability, man. Always moving, all over the goddamn place. Like a rolling axle tree is always all over the place, man. And that's how Jake Mom moves, man. You can't actually exchange and build up from with an individual like that. Because when you have conversations and communications, it's supposed to be to essentially grow. You know, see, even Esau with these presidential debates,
Yeah.
that's actually positive debates. I'm just saying it for
Good, it is.
yeah, to put it in perspective, it's positive debates due to the fact that they having exchanges about resources, they're having exchanges about it's actually edifying bills. And they come up with solutions and they'll actually invest. That's why they have billion-dollar investors. That's why they have
Lobbyists.
individuals that
lobbyists,
actually
yep.
put all this money towards their campaign because they know it's progressing towards something.
because somebody made sense somewhere. You know what
Somebody
I'm saying?
made sense somewhere. It's
Right.
actually pushing and progressing somewhere.
And you know what, Salaki, if I may
got it.
add to your point, because you know what will happen at the end of the election, let's just say 2020, whoever's elected, right? Whoever was the opponent will say, hey, you know what, Trump, we went to war with each other, but now we got to, everybody I know the Democrats were sad that we lost, but now we got to rally around this man because this is what we got to support. That don't happen with niggas.
No, I know.
You'll spend 30 hours arguing with a rock face, and all you're gonna do is be dry mouthed and with a headache over here, headache over there, headache behind here, man.
Headache in your mouth.
Just a headache, just headaches.
Mouth ache.
You know? You got something? Go ahead.
It's Proverbs chapter 24, verse 7. Wisdom is too high for a fool.
Yep.
He opened not his mouth in the gate.
And that's why you couldn't
That's
finish
him.
the course, man. Because this wisdom is elevating to a level that's too much for you, man. All right, Scruff McGruff? All right, it's too much. That's why you can't go to the highways no more.
You banned, man.
You can't.
You can't go.
That's why you gotta travel over here and do on-sites hidden in a place that nobody cares, man. You won't bring your ass out here in these Atlanta streets by yourself because you're afraid. And I can say that through the spirit because your actions are speaking on it. Bring up that proverb.
And everybody, the thing is,
You got it, bro.
you know, you got demons on you because the scriptures speak about how a tree that doesn't bear fruit, you know, basically the fruit withers and dies. Everybody that was around, when everybody just starts leaving you and picking off little by little, that shows you that man is the problem, man.
The only thing left is to pluck him up.
Yeah.
And the Lord's about to do a lot of just plucking. Just, you know, you pull out weeds and throw them to the trash compactor or whatever.
Compost.
Yeah, you know, and compost. What's going to happen? But matter of fact, Yahweh also said too that they're going to be left to the chaff or the wind. So that destruction is coming for you, my man.
He basically just on an
Because
island
you're
yelling
good for
right
nothing.
now.
Yeah, he just
Right.
says.
He on an island. Nobody agrees with him. There's nobody that subscribes to the bullshit that he's teaching.
Nobody's backing him.
Nobody's backing him. He's just talking to himself. He's literally insane.
Literally. He's like, please pay attention to me. I'm gonna go on Sarnetta and I'm gonna look for attention because I just need some type of attention, man. Bro, I pray to Yahweh Shemi Awashai get rid of this internet because very soon y'all ain't gonna have no life, man. You scoffers don't even have no life, man. Your life is based upon us, man.
Right.
They be on more of the videos than I'll be able to.
Right. I
Because you
can't.
know why? Because we're part of the work.
Right.
When you're part of the work, I'm working over here, I'm doing my own thing, I'm doing
Right.
this, I'm doing that. I can't possibly maybe watch all of the brothers' videos as I would like to. But you ain't working.
And what it's like when you're doing construction and you're part of the crew, you can't really see the progress because you're the one putting in the finishing touches here, putting something up over there, taking something down over there. But the people that's walking by, driving by, they see the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, let's put that up quick. You looking at it like I'm here every day, but you think, you know, in 6 months you don't put up a whole building. You know? So it's like when you part of the work, you don't, you just,
He's just a lame
working.
ass commentator, man. You know, you got Jake that just always want to talk shit about LeBron James game. With 5'4", 380 pounds talking about LeBron dunking. Stephen A. Smith to the game, man. Bring it up.
This is Romans 2, verse 13. For not the hearers of the law are just before the Most High, but the doers of the law shall be justified.
You got it, brother. Break it down.
Yeah, so you got to be involved in the work. You got to be doing the work to be justified. How we going to ultimately be justified by being delivered up out of here? But the ones of you that just sitting around, listening, we're not doing it, you're not going to be justified. You're going to be destroyed.
And the key thing, like that word reprobate, the elect, the Lord is looking for specific men to push his word. Specific men. The elect. You clearly are part of that number. Your actions show forth. All right, there's no works there. Right now, read Proverbs 9 and 8, and then we'll go back to that definition too. We were on 1 Timothy 3, right? Perfect. Yeah, 1 John. That's fine.
This is Proverbs chapter 9, verse 8. Reprove not a scorner, lest he hate you.
That's why we ignore your black ass. Read it again.
Reprove not a scorner.
Did you hear that? Reprove not a scorner. You are a scorner. In all caps, underlined with quotation marks.
in the italics.
In talent. Bold.
Bold italics.
You are a scorner. Matter of fact, when somebody look on their phone, the definition of scorner. Cause it's like, what a bleep just, you gotta sit your child down, and you gotta, if you're feeding your child, your son, if you give him some chicken breast, you ain't just gonna throw a whole slab, a half a pound of chicken breast on his plate. You gotta chop it up, make it in bite size so he can't choke on it.
Right.
So this is what you gotta do with Jake. You gotta literally break it down to the chromosome. Hopefully that a nigga will get it.
Nigga still can't digest
And
that.
still can't digest it, man.
Right, because they
And you
don't
know-
like how it tastes.
When
Ultimately,
individuals can't digest things that's supposed to be digestible, it's a problem with your body, man.
Yeah.
It's something that's going on, whether it's some type
Certain
of
hormones and
misruption,
certain
certain
things.
hormonal imbalances. There's certain things in your body that's not wired correctly, man.
You gotta
pH
digest the
imbalances.
disease when it comes to the word.
And then they'll try to blame, but you have individuals like that try to blame the chicken. Well, if the chicken was cut up a little bit more, maybe you're supposed to give me beef. No, it's your problem. It's a problem with your body, man. It's a problem with
your
you.
stomach is messed up.
Yeah, your stomach jacked up, man.
No.
we over here eating, man.
Somebody got that word, so you got scorner? Eating good. Bring out scorner.
Scorner, a person who expresses contempt or disdain for someone or something.
Oh, so was that video that? Read that again, please.
Scorner, a person who expresses contempt or disdain.
I'm gonna sit in the car.
That's what all these videos are.
Make sure my hat on right.
Okay.
Right? Set up the phone. Hit play. Hey, you know what? I got a problem with GMS. Let me tell you about them GMS. Boy, GMS.
They block me. Ain't nobody block you. nigga.
GMS this. And I'm gonna tell you, GMS that. And Abba, and that boy Abba. Boy, that's you. You are a reprobate, you are a scorner, and you just a plain out nigga. Read scorner again, man.
Scorner, a person who expresses contempt or
And
disdain.
see, we put a life back into the man. We gonna give him another 6 months of life for him, because now he needs shit to talk about, man. He's going.
Yeah.
A person who what? All this goddamn noise, man.
A person who expresses contempt or disdain for someone or something.
For someone. Why they be covered off in the woods? Like, clearly a bunch of traffic. Clearly in the heart of the city. Another word for a scorner is a shit talker.
Well, all the Edomites is past oh, there they go.
All right. Now read Proverbs 9 and 8 again.
Oh, there they go.
If there's more, please bring it out, brother. All right. There's some more meat on that. I was gonna say, what is it? Scorner for a person. It says a person is viewed despicable or unworthy.
Damn.
Ooh.
These words ain't looking favorable for you, man. Despicable, unfavorable.
Despicable.
You know,
Suffering, sucker
like somebody
dad.
call you despicable, you like if somebody looked at you with disdain, was like, yo, you're just despicable. I gotta fight you.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie.
I gotta put hands on you.
That's him, despicable me.
Right, like somebody, you know, there's a certain level of disrespect where it's just like,
They use the big word.
ain't no more. We can't talk about this
You
no
can't
more.
even look
Like,
at me.
we gotta fight. You know, like certain things is
Less
just
than
like, you know how they say in the world, and men are fighting words.
Right.
Like you disgust me. You despicable creature. You might as well spit on the ground. I gotta fuck you up.
You calling nigga a cretin? God damn, man.
Like, damn. You gotta pull your phone out and Google shit. Nah, I don't like that, man.
What did it say? Is one scripture where there's no scripture where it say they call the creatures slow bellies. Yeah, call it a slow belly.
Man, yeah, call me a slow
Slow belly, man.
Now, any more of that definition, brothers? That was it on that. Read Proverbs.
You got the words in source, bro.
We're gonna work our way back to this point.
This is Proverbs chapter 9, verse 8. Reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee.
Reprove not a despicable nigga. For layman's terms. Don't waste your time. That's why we ignore you, my man. You know, we ignore you because we see that you are the despicable creature of the nation of Israel that don't deserve it. See, the scriptures tell you that if you rebuke a wise man, he'll love you, because the scriptures say what? An open rebuke is better than than secret love. You would rather be take the water, brother. And okay, I'm gonna work on that. You don't just be out here rebuking despicable creatures, man. Right. That's gonna be my new shit.
You despicable creature.
All right. That's it on that. You want that?
Rebuke a wise man,
See, rebuke a wise man, and what's gonna happen?
and he will love thee.
Nah, man, fuck them young niggas.
That's all it is.
Fuck them young niggas.
Nigga, like he sound just like
Niggas. And Barzal, he know the history. Fuck him.
That's how he know you a nigga.
Zion want you to come in these classes. You can just see him. You can just see the cane. Niggas. You a stink me.
That stink, I just put that
fucking stink
fucking
me.
stink me, nigga.
Nigga. Goddamn Barzal, he young. And who the fuck is him to tell me what to
Tell what to do. I ain't gotta see none of you niggas.
Barzal is over you in the spirit tenfold, motherfucker. I can say that.
man.
I can say that about that brother. He can't say that about himself.
Yeah.
I can say that about
Man,
him.
humble, bro.
Read that part again.
Reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee. Rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee.
Rebuke a wise man and he will love thee. You're not wise. You are a fool. You're despicable. And you really deserve death 10 times over, man. But the Lord is setting you up for a nice kill. You know, you scoffers, you gotta get it, because what does the scripture say? It is worse for them, it is better for you to not even have tasted this truth than to have it and do what you do, man. So the Lord got a specific, special death for you. Because a lot of these, where's my man that was in San Francisco?
Oh, wow.
San Fran?
I'm
Yashar?
Yashar.
I'm out.
Oh, he quit.
He quit.
He said I'm out.
He said,
He
I'm
made
out.
that last video said I'm out.
It said his last video was,
Come out.
I'm out.
It not many scoffers left. You know?
Well, at least he took a bow.
Yeah, at least
To
he's
say the
back.
least.
Yeah,
He was like, man, fuck it, I'm losing.
I'm
Look,
out, bro.
I'm wrong, I'm out.
What was the top
yeah.
scoffer right? He really is.
He just stubborn as hell.
Yeah, he is.
Like, bro, you losing the match, you ever seen, it was a video I seen recently, dude was getting his ass whooped, slammed on his head, knocked out each time. He keep falling on the ground, face all bloody, he's still getting up fighting.
Nigga had a Peter Griffin dude.
Like, bro, take your ass home, you done took an L, man.
You know, Peter Griffin will get his ass beat and just keep coming.
Him and the rooster.
Chicken,
That chicken and roosters.
No, you had something, bro?
Yeah, the scripture you was quoting is 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 21. For it had been better for them not to have known the way of righteousness than
You
after
would have
they...
been better off robbing niggas in Savannah, selling dope, just being a flat-eyed nigga. I can see through the spirit, Young Thug getting saved before you.
Yeah.
Damn.
At least he,
Scriptures say what? The script, and that's scriptural because the scriptures say the harlots and the sinners shall enter into the kingdom before you.
Yep.
Damn.
So here it is, the Lord set you up, give you just turn back into the world and be a bigger nigga than niggas in the world.
Yeah. That's why I said that they're gonna be beaten with more stripes.
Right.
You know?
Come. After they have known it, to turn from the holy commandment delivered unto them, but is it happened unto them according to the true proverb, the dog is turned to his own vomit again, and the soul that was watched
That's
to
the
her.
nastiest thing to watch, man. When you watch a dog throw up and he eats it right back up, that shit'll make you throw up. That's the nastiest thing.
I don't like looking at dogs eating throw up. Like, this is first of all they cough it up, then they lick it.
Like soup it back up, man.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
what you do spiritually.
That's nasty, man.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Sirach chapter 26.
Man, my dog ain't doing that in the kingdom,
It
man.
says there be two
Ain't no
things
goddamn
that
throwing
grieve
up
my
his
heart,
shit.
and the third maketh me angry. A man of war that suffereth poverty, and men of understanding that are not set right, and one that returneth from righteousness to sin, who will prepare such a one for the sword.
See, I'm preparing you for a sword, man. And I'm gonna tell you through the spirit. Hey, the spirit don't even want me to say that. I was going to say. You know, you hate when somebody say I ain't gonna say that. I was gonna say unless you repent, man. Now you beyond the place of repentance.
They say arguing with someone like him is like arguing with a Negro who's high and want to talk about quantum physics or quantum theory.
I'd rather.
Hey, bro.
I'd rather.
Does a tree, when a tree falls in the forest, does it make a sound when no one's around?
Damn.
Come on,
Hell
bro.
no.
Yes,
What are
nigga.
you talking about?
You know what? I'd be better off, man. Talking, hey man, wall, you going off, man. You
Right.
dusty, you dirty. You need to wash yourself.
Right.
This wall would be like, damn. You know what? You're right. I really gotta take better care of myself. When you come back next time, I'll be clean.
And well, it's chance somebody will come by and clean the window.
That's what I'm saying.
But it ain't. But it's somebody clean up a nigga like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like you throw the whole nigga away.
You throw the whole nigga away. Bring it up, man.
I got precept.
Hey, yeah, get the precepts.
I got precept.
I got something too.
Go.
This is Ezekiel chapter 13, verse 3. Thus said the Lord Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh, woe unto the foolish prophets that follow their own spirit.
Fofi.
Nothing.
Oh yeah. Yep. Konaf.
Whatever his name is, man. The very fact that you've disappeared for years, you come back, and now you want to talk your shit. You should be the humblest nigga in the room.
In Israel.
In Israel. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I've been MIA from doing the work, and then some way, somehow, I'm back in the room. I hope they don't see me. I hope they don't see me. Don't move, brother. That's me.
Yeah, like say for instance, you just leave college for some goddamn years, and you come back in to a whole nother class and everything. Like,
Right. Like niggas, you would graduate.
you gotta keep your ass, your fucking mouth shut at least.
Yeah, they...
Here it is, your credits is done. You gotta be glad they actually could still find your file and actually keep, see that you actually still in the system.
Yeah, he lucky YouTube
Old as
still got
hell,
his page
beard
up the way YouTube be.
And they had a problem. They had to go in and find the password and username and shit. You niggas, man, you proud ass niggas in Israel, man. That's why it's easy to deal with Jake in the world. See, once you reach a level where in this walk we're dealing with 2/3 because that's why Yahushua sat with the publicans and sinners.
Yeah, it's not
you
that hard.
completely understand. You understand why Yahushua was in that energy. Because it's like, man, you know what? A nigga that think he knows something will literally cause your hairline to go back some minutes.
That's why I was always going back and forth with the wicked scribes and Pharisees.
I just want, brother, I know
Like I did.
I know that you go off and you sin. Hey, but bro, man, give me a cold. You can have a good time with a Jake in the world as long as he got some principles. He's not a full reprobate.
And, and if he has a level of shame, like if you actually tell him certain things and he actually embraces that, like, all right, well, I could deal with you because you embrace the fact that you see where you're going off at.
And sometimes they tell you shit.
A lot of Jakes don't see where they go off at. I don't see it. I ain't going off. Maybe you going off.
You going off and telling me I'm going off.
Yeah, we heard that before.
We heard that from him.
Heard that from a lot of people.
No, man, I ain't doing that shit. Y'all want me to come to class? Fuck that. Okay. You think I'm gonna leave a hot meal? A hot meal?
I'm gonna cook a hot meal every night.
Hot meal?
We got every night.
A hot meal to come to class?
My wife cook a hot meal every night.
I got
I got something too.
This is 1 Corinthians 16:22. If any man love not the Lord Yahweh Shah, let him be anathema maranatha. And when you go, I heard,
That sound good.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna look that word up, anathema maranatha.
Look at that.
The word anathema goes back to the Greek, which is a thing set up or laid by in order to be kept. A curse, a man accursed, devoted to the direst of woes.
Ooh, shit. Let him be
Gotta
cursed.
start using these words in our regular day life.
Yeah, man. You anathema.
If any man love not the Lord Yahweh Shah, let him be anathema maranatha.
The Christians try to use that.
And let me get that word maranatha. Right. That was anathema.
You could read it.
Like, we're not on that Captain Cesariac spirit over there.
Right.
Like we don't want to know you guys, man. All right, thanks for no thanks. You know, thanks for the invite, but no, we're not coming, man. Like, can you imagine that ballroom with all these camps in it?
Bro,
Passover?
if the bishop went up there, man, the apostles went up there, that shit, that's goddamn cave.
I hope all
Like the
our
cave.
fathers there, so you know you want to be part of shit.
Right.
Like I said, this is like, so who's the priest? You gonna have a priest from IUIC? You gonna have a priest from IHK?
Oh, well, you can have one of each up
Or you
there.
have a priest from GOCC? That's because you got one. Oh,
might be an Edomite priest.
That priest might be an Edomite.
That's what I'm saying. Like one group, we gonna salute you in the name of Most High Blessed Christ.
Higher.
One group we gonna salute you in the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Another group we gonna salute you Yahweh
How
Shai.
did that work?
How you doing when the prayers go up?
That's what I'm saying.
What do you
How about
do?
the prayers?
Yahuwah?
I want to watch. I hope you guys record it.
Man,
live.
record.
Right.
Yeah, we would
I'm
watch
gonna watch
that
it.
shit.
I'm gonna get drunk and I'm gonna watch it.
That
That's
Passover.
gonna be better than any Dave Chappelle special. That's something.
This is 1 Peter
I got some
4
more.
verse 17. For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High?
That's right, because see, you go read that again, but see through the Spirit, the Lord gotta get all you fake ass, off-brand, bootleg Israelites out the way. When this thing is all said and done, anybody that really runs into an Israelite, that Israelite is going to be righteous. The Lord ain't gonna have us in the time of Jacob. You got it now. You done ran into one of these niggas.
Which you might, but they gonna be off.
Right, but you're gonna be off. But even so, then I'm saying, even to see it, it's gonna be a clean. It's gonna be a clear out. It's gonna be a clear out. That's why the Lord getting rid of this internet, this YouTube, all this shit. That's why I say it gets overwhelming sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, God damn, man, all these like off-ass pop-up groups, fake-ass groups.
It's a lot of.
It's a lot of.
Yeah. And what I mentioned that in the message, I don't know, earlier today or yesterday, maybe earlier today, you put the post in the group. But basically, you know, the Lord getting ready to do with YouTube. So all these guys talking all this mess, what platform are they gonna have to do it? Instagram, you only can do a minute clips. You can't really put nothing on there.
And Instagram,
Facebook,
yeah,
it's like, man, come on, right? They shut down.
It's really right now. 3 to 6 months from now, all social media gonna look different.
It's gonna be changed, man.
The whole, every
2020, man.
From YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all that Twitter, it's all gonna change because it's gotta be changed. Because why? They want to work into this whole
This new
Chinese system, this WeChat. Because over there in China, there's only one app that controls everything.
That's it.
So they about to change it all. Ain't gonna be no more all of this and jumping from here, jumping from there. pushing the word. All of it's about to change.
Hey,
That's why they
hold
doing
on.
those YouTube crackdowns, man.
Yeah.
And you gotta think nothing stays the same. That's one thing about life.
right.
Nothing stays the same. It's something is always changing, shifting, moving. You know, a couple years ago, MySpace was a thing. Who the fuck goes on MySpace nowadays to actually, you know, talk to bitches or things of that nature? Who actually logs in there now? You know, Facebook is basically done away with at this point.
Facebook is dead.
You know, Instagram, you know, when time progresses, that shit is gonna be done.
It's dead.
It's dead. You know.
If you talk to people that make their money based off of social media, they are having the hardest time of their life.
Yeah,
right
yeah. Oh, Instagram did a whole sweep before YouTube did.
now. Right.
Did a whole sweep.
Everybody start making.
You know.
So again, like you said, where they platform gonna be at? Because a lot of these people we talking about, they are stuck in this social media realm of prophesying.
Right.
You got Jake that just wanna be PC. You got Jake that just wanna, I'm not touching that. I'm not doing that. Well shit, what if the Lord had us, and I always think of this point, what if the Lord had us really circumcising men on the side? A lot of Jake wouldn't even be able to, hell
Well, being the truth.
nah,
It couldn't be in the
fuck that
truth.
shit. You telling me I gotta circumcise another man? Oh, well, our forefather Abraham had to do it.
Mm-hmm.
There was a big account with Paul and Peter.
Joshua had to do it.
That was a major thing
With Timothy.
with Timothy, but nah, Jake just want to cut the camera on. You know what I'm thinking on like this? Daniela, man.
Oh yeah.
You just want to cut the camera on.
Princess
You supposed to
Daniela.
be, man. You're supposed to be the elder of elders, man. You're supposed to be on a level. But here you are, you want to do rap battles, man. You might as well join URL.
Yeah. That's what these
really
guys
what they
trying to
wanna
push
do.
any down with. Like I was even thinking earlier when you were speaking about the Tazaria assembly. Where he get that energy from really trying to get all Israelites together? He got that from Sinetta with this black conscious shit.
Yep.
Because when you amongst those weird spirits, you start to contract that bullshit and you try to monetize everything, you know, like the other guys. When he started to be amongst them, what they would have? They would have black conscious, Muslims, basically Satanists. They had the debate with Polite and that Jew. You know, they having all these different debates and all Egyptologists, Moors, men that don't believe in God, all of them getting together. And he
Women,
trying to
all
push
of
that
them
same
mixed.
vibration.
When they brought all those people together.
Yeah, Thomas Moore was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you have to. Like I said, imagine all these groups. Passover. Bro, the Lord put an evil spirit in there and had everybody on some
My bad, apparition appear on camera.
Kingsman. Cut the vibration of everybody in there fighting to the death, man. And through the spirit, Lord, willing that please read that second Timothy that again, man. Because it goes into the fact of the righteous
This is 1 Peter 4 verse 17. For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High, and if it first begin at us,
and that's how we gonna know that. Oh man, we close, man. Like it says in Romans 13, that our salvation is nearer than we believe. And we start seeing a lot of these Israelites being clipped. Hey, we had a dude that was listening on the outside.
Oh yeah.
Grew up 2.0.
Yeah.
I don't know his name, but that was his nickname to us.
Yeah.
And he in the spiritual world. He in the spirit world right now. Because why? He want to be on the outside being a scoffer, man. Want to talk shit, and you want to join. All right. It's going to be more of these examples. And I don't know how the hell brothers find that out, but it be the spirit. It just be the spirit, man. So all you scoffers, when we start seeing like, damn, okay. AK's got taken out.
Gucci.
Yeah.
You didn't see
Oh, that's
that?
right. He got taken out. Oh.
Was it
Got locked
Gucci
up.
dude?
We
Not
start
the
seeing
one
these
that
things
come to the
increase.
crib.
That's how we gonna know. Oh,
Not
man,
him,
you better
not
get
the
the
other
hell out of
one.
I
here.
remember that.
Right?
But you know, not
what
the
shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High?
And the reason why we don't,
I'm not sure.
it be the spirit. We don't go out of our way to rebuke these scoffers. It's because the Lord told us to. We obedient to the word. We just read Proverbs 9 and 8. Brothers have brought a whole load of precepts out to do what? Show you, man, leave their ass alone. If you admonish a man 2 to 3 times, after the 3rd time, count him as a heretic. That is scriptural. We ain't about to waste our time on this. And this is prophetic. We still going into prophecy. Because at the end of the day, it's prophesied that your ass gonna be killed, man. And that's a part of this walk. We need it. We need it. We need the Lord to get rid of these scoffers. We need it. We yearn for it, my man. You know what I'm saying? We yearn for it. It's like when you go on your, hey, how about Shimmy Shai, have mercy on me and the brotherhood? Hey, pulling y'all shot out of that fuck nigga being taken out. That be this, I remember just being real with the spirit.
Yeah.
All right, because the scriptures say what? That the Lord would laugh at your calamities when they would come. That, it also said, count the cost. If a man finish not his bill, that they begin to mock him, roughly paraphrasing. So this is all scriptural. All right. Read 18, and I got you, brother.
This is 1 Peter 4, verse 18. And if the righteous scarcely be saved, what shall the ungodly and the sinner?
And these assholes, they act like they got one of these on the chariot. They got one of these for a chariot. One of these. Hit unlock, hit remote start the chariot. They gonna just zoom up out of here. No, the scriptures say the righteous shall be scarcely saved. Some of us gonna get out of here, and some of us literally might lose a limb or two. So you might lose an eye. You might be marred. You might be beat the hell up. That's how it's gonna get for some of us. It's gonna get ugly. And we understand that, and we prep our mind for it. Right. We get ready for it. We understand what we signed up for, and we cool with that. But a lot of you, I just gonna log in, sit in the comfort of my computer, and I'm just gonna talk shit about you.
Hey, every other word.
That's see that.
You shall be judged for.
That Matthew 12 and 36 is gonna get people in some real. Just because you ain't experiencing it right now, don't mean it. See, we back here, we experience this on a day-to-day. That Matthew 12, you say some shit out of here, hey, bro. I promise you, I do this. They save me, salivating to get on your ass. Well, let me at him. Can I get this nigga? You know what I'm saying? And then your ass gonna get messed up. All right, but a lot of you, the Lord don't love you because He's not chastising you. Like, oh, this nigga said that. All right. Just building up this massive case of information on you. Like when the feds come in, you can only imagine when like El Chapo or one of these niggas sitting in that interrogation room, and that foul probably break the test.
That Bruce Almighty foul, man.
I want to say some ain't got fouls. Some got, man, you got to pull out a goddamn flash drive with a tetrabyte on there.
Like this what we actually boom. Coming back to the back.
Pull up a whole log.
Just fouls on fouls.
What they say, that the feds have a 95% conviction rate, man?
95%. I was watching
That was a training day.
I was watching a nigga, he said that. He was like, man, the feds was watching him for like 13 years, just letting him run it up. They ain't gonna come when they don't want you. They don't want you when you selling your first little nick bag. No, they want you when it's like, oh, you established. Oh, you trying to launder this money? Oh, okay, we just gonna sit back.
Because the feds only come out when it's a big fish, you know?
Mm-hmm.
We ain't talking about your local government, you know, the cops locking your ass up.
Paul Martin.
Shaking you down and you know, going in your shit for a nick sack. You know, talking about goddamn big ass cargoes of shit. Just like you said, these multi-millionaires that actually have $1 million drug runs and shit like that. That's when the feds actually come in.
That's when they want you. They want you at that, and the Lord wants you too at that point. Matter of fact, get Joel 3:13 real quick. I know you got a precept. Just get that Joel 3:13. Because the Lord, that's the Lord. Everything comes from the inspiration of the Heavenly Father. So the feds only move like that because the Heavenly Father moved like that. Scriptures tell us in Nahum, what is that? In Nahum, the 3rd chapter, that the Lord is of long suffering. The Lord of suffering. You're like, oh, word? Oh, you big now? Oh, you the man? All right, let him live. Let him live, say it.
That's why I say that sins reach unto heaven. Because the Lord let Esau and America stack them sins up, then He's going to bring that judgment down. You know?
The Lord let it stack. Because in our eyes, shit, it's like, damn. In our fleshly vessels, we be like, damn, how much more wicked can America get?
Right.
You know how many years I've been saying that shit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, literally. Like,
And it's
still getting worse.
We gotta go to a new year.
You could have told me in 2000. You could have told me in 2010 we'd be here. You could have told me we'd be here and that, oh, this is what's going on in the world, that niggas is out here investing in sex dolls, and I sure as hell didn't see sex dolls in 2010.
Nah, hell no.
You know what I'm saying? There's things that's going on out here.
This whole transgender movement, that shit is fucking out of this world.
It's a gang, man.
That's a thing, man.
That's a, man, shit.
They worse than the Crips now.
Man, niggas be walking around.
3:13.
Alright,
This is Joel chapter 3, verse 13. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe.
You know how like when you a child, if you blowing making water balloons for a child, and that child don't want a little palm-sized water balloon at a child. I want a pocket. I want to pop it. And that's what the scriptures is saying right there. The Lord is like, he's letting this bubble of sin and iniquity build to the point where the Lord is just gonna come in, touch it, pop, and it's just gonna explode, man.
That's that breach ready to fall.
That's why it's a grace period too. Cause the grace period right now is to actually dispose grace upon the masses, but it's to give Jake enough time to say you had a lot of time bullshit, man. You had years upon years and you spent all your time and you wasted. So when the Lord come through, it's just execution.
And they don't talk.
It ain't like he just, you know, of course he gonna pick the elect, but for the most part, it's not gonna be a hard job. It's gonna be cities that's just gonna be vanquished, man.
Oh yeah.
You gotta think about Georgia itself. It's gonna be whole cities that's gonna be cleaned up. You know, because they had the opportunity.
Sodom and Gomorrah show us that.
Yeah.
The Lord had mercy on Lot and his 2 daughters, and they got the hell out of here. Everybody. And see, when you read these scriptures, you'll think like, oh, Sodom and Gomorrah probably only had, it was a little village. They were major cities.
They were big, man.
They were big major cities. They probably could have been easily millions of people there.
Yeah.
Because the Lord likes to wait for that. Like,
he's very patient.
He's patient. And when you're patient with something, you will wait. You will wait for the perfect moment to execute. And the Most High is Most High is, man.
Not slack.
He's not slack concerning his promise. Beautiful, bro. Keep going.
For the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full.
The press is full of what? Pride, iniquity, sins, transgressions. That's what the Lord is doing. He's plumping it up, man. Ain't no telling. And you know, I said this in January 1st. I said, man, 2019 is gonna be a weird year. I tell you what, come June, Lord willing, I make it to January 1st, the New Year's Eve destruction video. I ain't saying shit. This year been weird as fuck. It just like I said that at just on some, yeah, this shit gonna be weird until you get out here. You be like, oh shit, this what really going on out here? This what niggas is really doing? Yo, this is what these bitches is really doing out here? Oh shit.
Just make you think about how bad was Sodom and Gomorrah. God damn.
Like, what did our man Dick Gregory say? He said if the Lord don't destroy America, he owes Sodom and Gomorrah an apology.
Yeah.
Yeah, this Sodom and Gomorrah times 100, man.
This shit is tenfold. Like,
Sodom and Gomorrah be like, Lord, that's fucked up, man.
Sodom and Gomorrah, this nigga like, damn, for real, Lord?
We don't
have this.
We didn't create something.
Like, don't worry about it. I got it. Due time.
Let me work. Lord, let me work. Let me work.
The Lord in that
let me read this and you got it, bro.
in that Nineveh spirit, you know, you let Nineveh build up.
Oh yeah, go ahead, bro.
Oh yeah, they was bad.
Babylon
This is
70 years.
Genesis
The Nineveh or
18.
Babylon, one of them.
verse 20 of Sodom and Gomorrah is great. And because their sin is very grievous, verse 21.
This was thousands of years ago.
Yeah.
Yo, we literally live in a world, yo, through the Spirit years ago, because we gotta start proclaiming these charges that the Lord put on the apostles' heart and put out there. There's a reason why the Lord put the Spirit on the apostles' heart and say, man, don't be going to these nightclubs no more. Because why? Your ass will go to these nightclubs, you have a little bit of Hennessy in your system, right? All the fog and strobe lights and shit. And your ass will pull up on a, like, damn, this shorty, night. Hey, how you doing? What's your name? She gonna tell you her name is Tanya, and she gonna be like, this is the most beautiful girl. You might get her home and pop, thinking it's a woman. Literally, woman parts and all. Not knowing that was motherfucking Tom of 5 years ago.
All right, that was Tony, not
That was
Tanya.
Tony 5
Not
years
Tony.
ago.
Big Tone.
That's Big Tone.
Tyrone.
All right, that's how real it is out here.
Nah, it's real out here.
You could, you know, sometimes you just gotta be vulgar because it's just the truth. You could literally, but you know what? Through the Lord, through the Spirit of the Lord, if you sincere, the Lord will keep you out of those ways. But you got men out here right now popping what they think is a woman because it's got woman parts.
For years.
For years,
You
got
watched that
whole box and all.
When you was younger, you would watch that shit on, what was that, Jerry Springer? You watched that, but that was years ago. That wasn't even
25 years
That
ago.
wasn't even a big
25 years
Like the
ago.
day for the day, man. God damn.
Like transgenders have been out for a long time.
It was never that deep. It was
But it
more
wasn't
like
deep like that. I didn't
Yeah.
remember a lot of transgenders. You know,
It was
you
more
call-
like just
back then.
drag
you call them
queens.
drag queens.
Yeah.
You call them, niggas in drag, but you could damn
Right.
near tell. And then you'll watch a video on Jerry Springer, And you like, nigga, you couldn't tell
That was a man, yeah.
But you nowadays, like I'm telling you, I was talking to this Jake,
Dr. Miami.
dude on my job, and he was talking about social media and dating sites and all that shit. I was like, you know, what kind of dating sites they got now? He was just telling me about a few because I don't be getting on that shit. But I was like, I remember back in the day they had that website POF.
Oh yeah, man, that
I went on
POF,
that a
man.
couple times. I said, bro,
It's demons up there, bro.
I said, after that, I don't go on websites no more. That shit is like a tranny site, man.
Uh-huh.
It's literally a drag queen site, and that's becoming a norm now. You see what I'm saying? So just like the brother is saying, you know, the captain is saying, nowadays, man, the level of wickedness is getting worse and worse and worse. To the point, you gotta be reserved. You really gotta hold yourself to the biblical standard, man. Like, if you got a woman, man, just stick with that woman.
That ain't that woman.
Stick with that woman. Don't try to go do too much. I mean, of course, if you doing your razzle dazzle, do what you do, but don't try to go to the extreme. Like I said, all these different nightclubs, trying to hit this part of the city, that part of the city. You know, you trying to have sex with as many women in Atlanta as you can. That lineup's gonna have a couple.
All right, you get your third, you get your
partners in that thing.
Your fifth one.
When they teach as a man, probabilities.
Right, yeah, probabilities.
Don't go around trying to be Mr. Atlanta.
Right, trying to be Mr. Atlanta.
That's the truth, though, because it's spirit side, it's evil inside of it, man. Keep going. Yeah, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Quick point. Hey, it's a commercial out. Those HIV pills. They got that's moving into a new place. That's actually a man. That's a trans.
It's all, man.
I ain't seen. Oh yeah.
It looks
Wow.
just like a woman.
And see, that can throw you off by, is it a man, is it a woman? Is that man a woman or is that woman a man? Like, it's confusion.
It's so much confusion.
That's why the scriptures call this Babylon.
Babylon,
But then
right.
you leave these scoffers that,
Babylon is the
the
Vatican.
people. It's the Vatican. Nigga, it don't get more confusing than
Yeah,
America.
bro.
Like, when you have to really, you gotta make these type of, you can't just run up on a woman. Listen, you gotta have certain, I said this years ago. It's to a point now where like,
They gotta have papers on it, man.
you better, hey, yeah, you better have papers. Like basically, like the brother said, you better run up on this woman.
One of
You
them
better
person
wait-
for a tampon.
You better wait to hit. You almost gotta wait to hit to see. I'm see this bitch got a period.
Right. So I said you gotta go through a person if you see some tampons.
Yeah, you gotta go. That's another thing in the spirit too.
Yeah, meet the
Jake,
family.
this side teach you. You be like, man, I don't want to meet the parents.
Nah, I
You
wanna
better-
meet
You better meet the fucking parents, man.
Yep.
You better meet the parents.
Yep.
Because why? You gotta dig deep because this is confusion. You will literally, hey, another thing, stay out of them fucking strip clubs, man.
Oh yeah.
You better stay out of them strip clubs. Mr. Atlanta used to love them strip clubs. Them strip clubs because, and I remember before, hey, y'all brothers, maybe you remember, before I even was in the camp, I was ready to just point out, how long ago was that?
Yep.
Literally like, yo, a lot of these strip clubs, they don't gotta tell you that some of them bitches is transgender.
They don't care.
Yeah.
Here it is, you in the strip club.
Yeah, some of them don't even know.
Yeah, well, you know, bad bitches over here. It's a nigga in your lap.
I go to the
These is
other
points, you better be considering these
Yeah,
things.
because in 2019, like I was saying before, at Jerry Springer, like that Jerry Springer age, you could tell easily. It's hard to tell nowadays, man. Keeping it real, depending on something, you be like, yo, I don't know what the fuck that is. And it looked like a woman, but it might be a fucking man.
Hey, I don't know if y'all.
Certain Latins, because you know, even
Latin tribe.
Oh yeah, that
Latin
tries
tribes,
it, baby.
a lot of Latin men
Yo.
look kind of like women.
They look feminine.
So
Yeah.
when they get sex changes and
They will eye makeup
and
all the
some of them
time.
actually have money. It ain't like, all right, I'm going to the nigga, you know, out up the street and just getting some shit thrown in my chest. You know, I'm just, you know, being blatant with it. They actually get top scale surgery. They might go out the country.
It's cheap down
Yeah,
there.
90210.
Well, shoot, overseas in South America, it's cheap. That's why the Lord fucking ass is up down there, man.
And it's really,
Them Latin tribes is ridiculously wicked, man.
and in today's time too, it's really best to not even deal with women that got all that extra stuff on anyway.
I don't even like that.
A woman
You better
with
deal with a woman with flaws.
deal with a woman with flaws.
Man, give me a regular chick that work
Get
at
you a
fucking
seven.
Walmart or some shit. You know,
Matter of fact, I got something for you. That's right.
them Burger King, McDonald's chick. You know what I'm saying? She on a hard time.
That look like a woman, ain't
I
it?
did that. Let me see.
That like a woman, right? Like a woman, right?
Yeah. From the
Camera see
Right? Yeah, that like a woman to y'all, right?
It's not HD now, but
You seen that, right? That's
I ain't
like a
seen
woman,
that.
right? That's a whole nigga.
Hey,
It's a whole nigga. That's where that Joe Budden's GIF came from when he was just like, yo, fuck.
Oh,
didn't even believe it.
that's the
That's
gym.
like a whole fucking woman. But that's a nigga from Jersey.
It's a nigga from Jake, man.
I got precepts.
This Isaiah 24:10.
Beautiful.
The city of confusion is broken down.
I couldn't get it out.
Every house is shut up that no man may come in.
Yeah, that's why the city of confusion, which is America, Babylon the Great, this place got to be completely broken down because if it keeps this momentum of growing, then we just gonna continue. And next thing you know, and you think it stops at trannies? You think it stops transgenders? You really think it stops at a woman becoming a man and a man becoming a woman? No, this devil's goal is to have women impregnate men.
Oh, birth control shots.
Yeah, the shot. And they say it's supposed to be ready in like 3 to 6 months, right? But then I'm about to put it in the group about the womb. It's a womb.
Artificial
Artificial womb. You don't even need, because really, ultimately, they really want to depopulate most of the population on the earth anyway. So whether it's a woman, man, robots, they don't want you to reproduce. Period. So let him cut his thing off, and then let them breed how we want them to. We'll administer certain drugs, certain what you call it, like
hormones
hormones and things to control the population.
You got a real defect in the brain.
Twilight's on, man.
If you really want to stay here and see this shit come to fruition.
Man, I want to
Make
be
some
here.
money here.
Bro.
Your kids growing this
2020 charge
Right.
and a Hellcat. Bro, it was a Hellcat worth this type of shit.
The
We
Hellcat,
got children. There's a little girl. There was a girl over there in London, I believe. She got suspended. She was 10 years old because she was a Christian and she was like she didn't want to participate in the LGBT talk in school.
Oh, yeah?
She was like she didn't want to participate. She wanted to be exempt from it. They suspended her ass for a week because she didn't want to participate in that shit. This is what we're dealing with here.
He's
Yeah,
all
yeah.
bully, man. You
He's
say you
forcing
ain't trying
it.
to get with this fag shit.
Right.
You ain't getting down with this. That's some
Right.
bully shit right there.
Yep.
You gonna get down and lay down.
But then you wonder why they
That was
committed some suicide. It ain't the kids. It's the system.
The system's sick, man.
Shit, man.
This is Genesis
Oh man, it
18,
passed.
verse
Trying to find
21.
something
I
new.
will go down now and see whether they have done altogether according to the crime which is come unto me. And if not, I will know. And the men turned their faces from thence and went toward Sodom. But Abraham stood yet before the Lord Yahweh. And Abraham drew near and said, Will thou also destroy the righteous with the wicked?
Yeah, and Abraham is the father of us. So just like then, Abraham was pleading out for the Lord to have mercy. And because of the Lord's mercy through Abraham, we're going to get saved. Because what? We're part of that progenitor. When you go to Romans, the 9th chapter.
It's about
All right, Romans 9 and 4, we're part of that adoption. So the Lord, cool. The Lord's going to have mercy on us through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Go ahead, bro.
Continue on. Peradventure, there be 50 righteous within the city. Wilt thou also destroy and not spare the place? Be far from thee to do after this manner to slay the righteous with
And
the
the Lord,
wicked.
and the Lord was just being a father with a son with Abraham. Like literally, like just hearing him out. Because the Lord already knew. The Lord created Sodom and Gomorrah literally, as it tells us in the book of Jude, as an example. So he let that wickedness grow. That's why, this example that we in right here is gonna be the example forever.
Yeah, this example.
This example is gonna carry on forever. Like, do you understand how big of an example this place is? Like forever. Millions and millions of years later, as Jake coming into the heavens, into the kingdom of heaven, they're gonna be told about Babylon the fucking Great and how wicked this place was.
Yeah, because you got to think about it even in today's time. Las Vegas and Atlanta got Sodom and Gomorrah.
Oh yeah,
that's just two cities. We talking about the whole of America. I ain't include San Francisco, all these other.
Seattle and all
Seattle.
these other places that just let everything go off.
Yeah.
What, bro?
And
if Jake wanted, keep your ass back around.
Right.
Like Jake want us to go out of our way for his salvation, bro. Not happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro. That's Jake for the Jake. Hey, hold on, run into the street
Right.
and take this number down. Like, man, fuck out of here. I'm working on my salvation.
Right.
Go ahead, bro.
And that the righteous should be as the wicked that be far from thee. Shall not the judge of all the earth do right? And the Lord Yahweh said, if I find in Sodom 50 righteous within the city, then I will spare all the place for their sakes.
The Lord was just like a spiritual gamble. Like, bet, I'll place a bet with you. If you find, if there's 50 men, I won't destroy it. How many was there? 3. All right? Keep going.
And Abraham answered and said, behold, now I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord, which am but dust and ashes. Peradventure there shall lack 5 of the 50 righteous. Wilt thou destroy all the city for lack of 5? And he said, if I find there 45, I will not destroy it. And he spake unto him yet again, said, peradventure there shall be 40 found there. And he said, I will not do it for 40's sake. And he said unto him, oh, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak. Peradventure there shall 30 be found there. And he said, I will not do it if I find 30 there.
Hey, that was a hot. I was watching a video I posted in the group text today about Sodom and Gomorrah. They was talking about how that was a hotbed of just freakism. You gotta think, he's trying to find 30 straight men in a city. Do you know how many homosexuals that is walking around? That whole city is gay. It's overrun by faggots. That's crazy, man. But that show you how intense certain cities is, man. Just like we say here in Atlanta. And there's a lot of jakes that's on the DL, man.
Oh, man. That's why you said, like, the spirit, a lot of, and that was beautiful you said, the Lord is going to start wiping out whole cities. Whole cities, whole areas. Rocks, I just took it off. Not yet. I just took it off. Hey, I understand. You go.
Continue on to verse 31. And he said, behold, now I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord. Peradventure there shall be 20 found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for 20's sake.
Yeah, because our people, man, our people got to
They kind of recorded.
get judged.
Yeah.
They stuck on stupid. Just get Daniel 12, come and pass it over. Where it says, some to contempt, some to that's a shame. That's shameful right there. It's like,
I got it.
just doing the most. Just doing the fucking most.
This is Daniel 12, verse 2. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt.
So yeah, a lot of big belly niggas is gonna find themselves turning to dust before they come back on this side. And you know what? When they wake their ass up, they're gonna be ashamed. That's shameful right there. You got one man working the camera and another man that's doing the work of the Lord for the people, for his black ass, for him.
Right.
Yeah,
So-
he didn't even check all the old ones.
That's what I'm saying. Like for him, like he just came out. What about the 2 cars over there? What about the rest of these cars over here? Although these is brothers' vehicles, but the point of it all is, you could tell. But you know what? Through the spirit, that keep happening. What we gonna do? Shake the dust off the city, man. We'll go to another. We'll go back to where we was around the corner. You know, like that's the thing about it. Keeping it moving. But read on. I'm gonna move on.
Come. This is Daniel 12, verse 3. And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever.
So there's gonna be some that's gonna wake up to shame and contempt because of the things that they did. They added more grief on you. It tells you what? In 2 Thessalonians, or first, was it 2 Thessalonians that in the first chapter, the 7th verse, that it is it's righteous thing with the Lord to recompense those that bring trouble to you. Right? What if that brother don't have the money to pay that ticket?
And he just want to teach the Bible.
He just want to teach the word.
Yeah.
Like I said, if it was a white person could see us, we could literally be like, hey man, you motherfucking white people born into slavery. A white person could be right, hey, you cool, it's okay. Our people gotta make a point, man. And that making a point spirit gonna find a lot of Jake in a concentration camp, eating their children, and dead overall. Alright? So with that, who's stepping up? I'm going to let another brother burn in the spirit.
Yeah, I'm just repeating what the brother was saying. So the Lord, he's going to get vengeance upon his enemies. Okay, and that includes 2/3 of Israel. Because our people think, that this world was created just to, live their regular life. You know what I'm saying? 9 to 5, go to college, go to school. Not understanding, but there's a bigger picture going on here.
That's right.
Okay? There's a whole bigger world out there, and that's what we were talking about earlier, about how this world in the system, it keeps you inside this box. It keeps you in your personal little, realm of understanding, not knowing that the slaughters are right around the door.
That's right, bro.
Judgment is right around the corner, so to speak, okay? And that's what they're going to get ready to do. Judgment. Starting with you Israelites, okay? Because you think us coming out here on the streets, right? And that's another thing too, right? A lot of y'all wouldn't be coming out on the street if it wasn't for the apostles and others, the great millstone.
That's right.
Okay? But because of the controversy and the street traffic that was getting because of preaching the word, you trying to capitalize on it. But then you want to add your own gimmicks. You got Esau putting money behind you. All right? And you teaching what you want to teach, not knowing and not really getting into the scriptures for the understanding that the Heavenly Father is going to make you accountable, hold you accountable for all these things. All right? Okay? Judgment is coming, man. This is why they're going through all that hell down there in South America. Okay? Because the Lord is messing our people up. Okay? But now they're not the Israelites. After teaching for so long, now the native tribes aren't Israelites. Okay? And the Lord's going to get you guys for that. Trying to change up the sign. Talking about other men that may go into the spiritual world. Okay? Like Abba Bivens or King Mashar. The Lord's going to get you for that, man. So you had something?
Yeah. This is 2 Peter 2:9. For the Lord knoweth how to deliver the Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations, and how to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished.
Right. The Lord knows He's going to deliver the elect. He's going to deliver the chosen men, His servants that did everything that was commanded them. He's going to reward those men. Okay? But He's going to preserve the rest of you rebellious Negroes, okay, for punishments and judgments. Okay? That's why He's letting your sins and your iniquity stack up, man. The Most High is known for doing that. Whenever you go throughout the scriptures, you can see how many times the Lord said your own iniquities have caused you to be put in this position. Okay? He said the sin of Judah is written with the pen of a diamond, man. Okay? So the Heavenly Father, He knows what He's doing, man. You're just building up, just racking up the sin points, man.
Yeah.
Okay? What's more?
Fucking sin coins.
Yeah. Because even like we did not saying before, even dealing with bad cases, and when they convict you, they want to have a lot of evidence. Because Jake always has some wiggle room. Well, in this situation, I was I wasn't feeling good, so I actually did. I was a byproduct of my environment. Like, well, what about when you had this money? When you did this and that, you actually had this income, and you still did wickedness. You still did this in this situation. What about June 28th? When you're dealing with them cases, those lawyers that be busting Jake asses, they got dates, they got recordings, they have documents, they have witnesses, they have all the evidence that they need to make sure that you are convicted.
That's right.
And when you convicted, they want to sit.
They want to get them football numbers too.
They want to put you under jail. They ain't trying to lock you up for 2 to 3 years. And just like the brother was saying, like the Heavenly Father, the Heavenly Father is putting these declarations, and it's to really put you to death, man. Because
like they said, the feds, they only ask questions that they already have the answer to. It's the same thing with the Lord. The Lord ain't gonna ask you no question about your ways that He don't already know, because He got messengers. He got the angels.
It says, but chiefly them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanness, and despise government, presumptuous are they, self-willed. They are not afraid to speak evil of dignity.
Self-willed. Well, presumptuous, okay? That's in the law about doing not presumptuously. All right, you get, basically put to death for that. There's a penalty for that because which goes right to what the brother just read next about being self-willed. Okay, you doing what you want to do according to your own accord. Wherever have we been able to do what we wanted to do as Israelites? Okay, the whole point of us being in this captivity is because we did what we wanted to do. All right, and that got us this hellhole of slavery, man.
Yep.
Okay, of oppression. The whole curse is about if you don't follow my commandments and keep my statutes, then all these curses shall come upon you and overtake you. Okay? So being self-willed and being presumptuous and being in the spirit of rebelliousness to a point to where these are like, well, the brother just read about speaking evil of dignities, okay? Despising government, despising men that's been in this work longer than you.
Yep.
Okay? There would be no folk if it wasn't apostles or.
Thank you.
Okay? Just for an example. All right? Because during your honor them, they wasn't going out until they was compelled. Okay? They see how this is. Because they do it for money, man.
Mm-hmm.
They do it for filthy lucre.
Filthy lucre sake, yeah.
That's why they got these grants and they get these followers, these charters. Okay? Because they're not doing it out of sincerity. They're doing it out of filling their own bellies. And that's what you guys are doing. You're going to change up the camp song. Okay? Remix this thing. That's what ITR was trying to do. Remix this thing. Okay?
P. Diddy this thing.
Right.
Reinvent.
Reinvented the remix.
Yeah.
Remix this thing. You can't remix what's not broken. Okay?
Bro, you can't put 808 thump on a classical song, man.
Yeah. You ever heard somebody trying to remix a song like, yo, this ain't even a song you remix, man.
Putting scratches on a Beethoven beat, man. Not Zaytoven, Beethoven.
All right, whereas angels, which are greater in power and might, bring not railing accusation against them before the Lord. But these, as natural brute beasts, made to be taken and destroyed, speak evil of the things that they understand not.
That's right.
What they do, you really say y'all really don't understand this thing. You don't really understand what this is about. Okay? That's one of the wisest scriptures in the book of Proverbs. But with all I get understanding. Mm-hmm. Okay? You don't really, you haven't counted the cost. You don't have the understanding. You don't really know. You know you're an Israelite. But if I ask you how you're an Israelite, you don't understand. You can't really tell how. Okay? Because now the slave ships didn't exist. You know what I'm saying? Because if you were really searching deep into how Esau was taking us over in slave ships, you'll find out about how the Native American tribes was sitting on slave ships as well.
You don't believe nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
They don't believe that the earth is round.
Right.
They believe we didn't come here in slave ships. They don't believe we were 12 tribes of Israel. They don't. Jake has nothing that they actually stand on. They're really Satanists, man. Yeah. They have that spirit of just, we believe what we see at this point in time. They don't have any faith. Because the so-called white man has put so much lies and myth out there that they don't know real from fake. They're in the optical illusion.
Yep.
They don't know if left is right, right is left. They don't know if down is up, up is down. They don't know what's true from what's fake. So they believe that which is fake.
A nigga will tell you 1 + 1 don't equal 2.
Yeah.
Right.
Nah, it's 3. Give me equal 3.
That's that new math.
That's gonna be that new math.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's why y'all was trying to say a wicked generation seeketh after a sign. Why? Because there's no faith. No believing, no belief. And the Lord can give you the facts. We got records from the archaeology. All right? We got the history of the scriptures. We got secular history. But it's just so much about doing what you want to do, which is going to get you killed. Okay?
All right, and shall utterly perish in their own corruption, and shall
in your own corruption. You're confused, so you're corrupting the word. You're corrupting this truth, this faith of ours, man, the gospel. Okay? So you're going to utterly perish, man. The Lord's going to destroy you. Okay? And these aren't our words. These is the words of the Lord. This is the judgment for doing these things. such thing as proof in your works, man. Your works will show that, look, you're dedicated to figure this thing out. Okay?
Yeah.
So basically what you're saying is you left all these years, I'm talking about from now to forward, you left all these years to do what? Or when you get certain things together? Now you gotta make a 12-tribe chart now. All the years you took off, you should have already had that down pat. You should have came out with a 12-tribe chart.
I'm trying to have it come out like a hot mixtape. You know, up and coming chart from the come. You know.
Came back with that chart.
Yeah, these niggas have
Just doing shit on the fly.
yeah, they well they got that that hip hop, they got that hip hop demon on them is strong, man. Like they want to be able to premiere something. Like I want to premiere this in a week, so I'm gonna make sure, yo, everybody, I got 100 people in the, you know how you hit niggas, I got 100 people in the room. I need everybody to hit that like button. Like, bro, they want to be in that spirit. Hit that like button. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Like, nigga.
And who gonna be on the 12 tribes that's not here? What other nation? Hey, it's plain and simple. And you can really get the 12 tribes from the salt of the earth. The Lord said, "Ye are the salt of the earth." If we look at the world itself, let's deal with the saltiest nations, man. Negroes number one. That's why Judah's the head tribe. Nothing against the Latins and Native Americans, but yeah, Judah,
It's a fact.
Yeah, Judah tight, man. You know, and as well as the Latins and the Native Americans, the dances, bachata, salsa, how they dance, how
Food.
they talk, how they walk, how they cook. Man, them gooks. Who is he gonna put on the side? He said he gonna create a whole other 12 tribes. Oh, he said mainly Negroes, huh?
Right. So I guess you got to.
So it's 12 individual types of niggas.
Right.
That's crazy.
Same tribe.
So the same tribe, man.
And they all be Judah. My question is, so is Judah
Country
Levi,
nigga.
right?
Right,
So we got
yeah.
Judah bigger than Levi,
Yeah, is that right?
It's just the other 9 tribes.
He gonna just pick tribes.
Hey, you know what it is? I got a precept on that if you don't mind. Bear me 1 second. I got a precept on that. Because it's prophecy. It's this is Isaiah 11. And I'm gonna start at 13. Cause this is what Quinath, his face should be right here, man. It's Isaiah 11 and 13. And it says, "And the envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off, and Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim." Yo, you vexing the whole northern kingdom right now. You just vexing the whole people. Like, you know how vexing it is to say, oh, Mexicans can't be the people? Oh, the hell, does it not say in the curses that these shall be signs and wonders on the people forever? So you know who they are?
Right.
Jake, man, you gonna try to take away people out of the tribe and your ass gonna be taken out. Your ass might be a fucking Hamite, nigga.
And what the Lord said, the ones that do this shall be cut off from his people. So you about to be cut off, man, for your people edification.
Yeah, now we question your nationality.
For the people's edification. Okay?
I'm gonna continue on this 2 Peter 2 through. And shall receive the reward of unrighteousness as they that counted pleasure to riot in the daytime.
That was about, they just want to party and bullshit.
Yo, what
Twist
in
his
the
word, how they want to
fuck,
twist his
man?
word. Yeah, it's weird. Go ahead.
Spots they are and blemishes, sporting themselves with their own deceivings while they feast with you.
Oh, he said spot and blemishes, right? Spot and blemishes. That's what you're supposed to have the white garments, the white linen garments, right? And, you know, in the spirit. But these guys is coming in, burning holes in it, dropping ketchup, you got mustard all on it.
Wine stains.
Stains. And but then it said, she hooking my garment, I'm swagged out. You got fucking relics right under the chin.
You look like a whole nigga at the table. Here it is, we got the bib song, you know, nice white garments. Eastern etiquette, because Western etiquette, the Western style of etiquette is different than the Eastern style of etiquette. You know, how they would actually sit at the appropriate tables, you know, where they would have certain feasts, certain high-class feasts, how they would actually...
a spoon for this, a fork for that.
A spoon for this, a fork for that. You would have the wine glasses and things of that nature. You know, you would have to sit a certain way. You have to have a certain posture. You would have to... everything was done, like the scripture said, was that 1 Corinthians 14? Let everything be done decently and in order.
Yep.
Everything was in a peculiar order. But you got some nigga that just came out the fucking outside.
Cutting grass and
Yeah,
shit.
cutting grass. Smelling like he just came out the goddamn woods. You know, sitting in the main
I
chair.
want the main chair.
Yeah.
I want the king's
Mud
chair.
all on his shoes.
Bur-
Drinking wine.
burping.
Wine like he drinking beer.
Belching.
You know?
Scratching his nuts.
You know, but what does that do? That messes up the whole feast. You know? That's why Jake got to get Jazzy Jeff the hell out the field.
Hell yeah. Sifting.
Read that over. And shall receive the reward of their unrighteousness, and they that count it pleasure to ride in the daytime, spots they are and blemishes.
Because Jake think everything is a party. When you bullshit, like, you can't take somebody from the club and just put them in the midst of people of high class. Because he thinks of every environment like the club. You can talk that way. You can talk your shit. You can play around, and everybody feel where you're coming from, man. But this is a whole nother dynamic, man. That's why you have to present yourself a certain way before the Lord.
Spots they are and blemishes, sporting themselves with their own deceivings while they feast with you.
Supporting themselves with their own deceivings. Because you are deceived in your own little frame of mind that you finna stop what we're saying. Man, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, rock face.
Okay? Right. Gotta go for teachers and truth, all one. Right? You don't have to go. Same thing with Zodiac. Trying to gather all the camps together. That's a big smorgasbord of, that's a demon gumbo, man. What is wrong with y'all in y'all? Okay? But you sport yourselves in that, okay? Not, and like I said when I started a little second ago, you don't really understand what this thing is about.
That's right, bro.
Okay? So, and that's what really makes you children. Children don't really understand what their parents are doing. Okay? They see the real men out here doing what they, and they're trying to do
Mimic it.
Yeah, mimic it. You know how you literally put on your dad's hat, put on the shoes, you put on his tie, like, oh, you know, my little brother used to do that.
Shit,
Put
we
on
all
my
did.
dad's boots and stuff, you know? So this is a thing of really just putting you in your place.
That's right.
And not that we're not gonna put you in your place. Yeah, how about you? I'm trying to put you in your place.
Completely.
Okay?
That's right.
You got it.
Having eyes full of adultery. And just like I was saying before, here it is, you at the round table bullshit, and to add to that, you looking at certain men's wives certain ways at the table, man. And they do that in a lot of these different congregations.
You already know.
I hear certain congregations, men, they'll take certain women from a man and they'll give them to another man in the congregation.
What?
Yeah, that happened.
Comfy was doing that.
Yeah, Comfy was doing that.
The Bible said that you don't back to my lips.
You know, just strip my woman from me.
I asked you, PK, you already know they doing it.
How you ask me?
How you know they doing it?
I see you don't, she don't like you.
Yeah.
And that's why you know it's a lot of yes men around. Like, how do you just take that? And it ain't no man in the truth that's gonna let his woman be yanked from him and given to another man. So y'all just chilling, and he basically like this whole thing with, you know, brothers heard of Mario Lil Fizz thing.
Oh, that's off, bro.
Just
That
straight
shit's
up
off.
yanked his woman from him.
That's off.
You know, posting all kind of stuff like he been waiting for the longest.
Wow.
For them to break up.
Damn,
You know?
plotting, bro.
Yeah, plotting. That's a nigga like that get put to death, man.
Yeah. Damn,
Just charges upon
that's your homeboy, that's your best friend. Oh, that shit. Oh.
Yeah.
For the kids and everything.
It says, and that cannot cease from sin,
cannot cease, man.
beguiling unstable souls.
You're beguiling these, because Jacob's already unstable and backwards, mixed up and confused. And now here it is, they've been learning this for so long, and now you're going to switch it up now?
Yep.
So late in the game?
Yeah.
Do you know what's going on right now? But that's why you guys pop back up, because you see the prophecies coming to pass.
And also, like I said, beguiling unstable souls, they get a lot of their members, them they look like they're fresh out of the insane asylum.
Yeah.
So when you watch movies like the Joker movie, I was just you see all,
He was recruiting, boy.
Yeah, he was recruiting hella retards, man.
Well, I asked you, PK, years ago, they had what? The prison reform and GED programs and all that shit.
Oh, what? I think that Crip dude, and they had the video of the Crip. I forget what that guy was saying. He was bugged out though. But what I was talking about the original Joker movie, because you remember all of them were basically, I think it was fresh out of the asylum, and he got all of them to play like they was the Joker to do that big ass bank robbery.
Oh yeah. The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight.
And after everybody killed each other, basically Joker just took the bag. And that's what these guys do. Because the top guy has a level of intelligence, keeping it honest. IUIC, Nate's not a dummy. Johanna's not a dummy. These guys come from they come from the origins. They know how things was built. They know how things were structured. That's why they, like I said, in order to tell a lie, you have to know the truth.
That's right.
So in order to seduce somebody and lead them to a certain direction, or to a fable, so to speak, you have to know the direction that the truth lies. And they do certain things to coerce them and keep them off track. And that's called what? Manipulation.
Nope.
When you see these guys that manipulate, like in today's time, you might see like the main thing now is R. Kelly, how he manipulated those women.
Yeah.
You know what he did? He flashed money in front of them. He flashed the lavish lifestyle, what they could get, all these different things to manipulate and keep his hands around their throat. And a lot of these guys do the same thing in these congregations, and they treat women, the men in their congregation. I mean, you know, to be frank about it, they treat them like bitches.
Yeah, pimps and hoes.
The pimps and hoes is a pimp whole relationship. And they always promising them something. That's why these guys always come out and they basically be crying. They basically be talking about all the money that they got stole from them.
Nigga was named the Pocket.
Yeah, they calling the man the Pocket. And he spiritually got molested. You know, he can't return from that. He can't go back to the same person he was after losing all that money, after being jeopardized. And see how his house was. They was basically partying all in his goddamn crib, destroyed his shit. Mm-hmm. I forgot the Nick. What was the guy name? Kanata, one that jacked his house up.
Ain't he in jail still?
Bazil or something like that. Bazil.
He got locked up.
Yeah.
I got locked up.
But I'm gonna continue on. It says, beguiling unstable souls, and heart they have exercised with covetous practices, cursed children, which have forsaken the right way, and are gone astray, following the way of Balaam, the son of Beor, Bozer, who loved the wages of unrighteousness.
And that's what I said. Y'all are really children, man. Y'all cursed because y'all are part of that 2/3 club, man. Because y'all are not doing the right thing. You're forsaking the right way like the brother just did. So y'all are the cursed children of Israel. That's the cursed children of Israel.
That was what I was trying to read earlier with 1 John the 3rd chapter. Everybody that's born born in sin is of Satan. They're not the Lord's children.
I'm gonna jump down to verse 17, his last verse. These are wells without water, clouds they are carried with the tempest, to whom the mist of darkness is reserved forever.
Mist of darkness, you know what's gonna happen. You know what's in that darkness? It's gonna be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Like y'all was y'all saying.
Hey, and Jude spoke about the same thing about the clouds. Matter of fact, I just want to jump to because he said the same thing.
I was gonna say that when he talked about the blemish. You can read that.
Yeah, and the brothers got it, of course. This is Jude verse 12. These are spots in your feast of charity when they feast with you, feeding themselves without fear. Clouds they are without water, carried about of winds. Trees whose fruit withereth, without fruit, twice dead, plucked up by the roots.
Twice dead, how they twice dead? This is your dead in the world and you're going to strong again.
Yep. And they was dead before they came into the knowledge. They came into the knowledge and went back to the congregation of the dead. So they loved death. Scripture says, he that hateth me loveth death.
One got the way of understanding. Y'all don't understand what this thing is about.
Oh yeah, one of the understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. Raging waves of the sea, foaming out of their own shame, wandering stars to whom is reserved the blackness of darkness forever.
Blackness of darkness. God damn.
Blackness of darkness.
Gross darkness. You'll never see it.
Spot, you still got the piece of
I had one up for him.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 38, verse 33. They shall not be sought for in public council, nor sit high in the congregation. They shall not sit on the judge's seat, nor understand the sentence of judgment. They cannot declare justice in judgment, and they shall not be found where the parables are spoken.
That's right, because they're not going to sit ultimately amongst the 144,000 because because they don't have to understand the knowledge and the wisdom to know how to move and understand what's right and wrong, and you still doing wrong. You putting the world into the truth. The truth's supposed to separate you from the world. That's John 8. That's one of my favorite scriptures, John 8:32.
Yeah, you got Israelite mixtape groups now. You got Israelite barbecue fest, Israelite basketball.
3-on-3 tournaments.
Yes, Israelite basically what's that that Ice Cube baller?
3-on-3, a big three.
Yeah, you got Israelite big three now.
I'm surprised, right. Going on cruises. I'm surprised it's not a Israelite BET.
Oh, the nigga I used to follow had a Israelite dating site.
Yeah.
Nah, I wish I was lying, brother. Israelite dating site. So you creating a platform for niggas to commit adultery.
And that's why the scripture says everybody that is Israel is not of Israel. Because it was a lot of Israelites back then that was just bullshit artists. When Yahweh Shah was out preaching to Jake, there was a lot of Jakes he was bypassing because he knew they was full of shit, man.
Yep.
It wasn't just in Rome. You know, you read about it, of course, and you paint the picture as best as you can in your mind. But it wasn't just like all Jakes was in Rome just mourning and catching hell, man. A lot of Jakes love Rome. They was pissed off when Yahweh Shah came to be. They was pissed off Moses was trying to get them out of Egypt. Anytime they was getting led out of captivity, Jake was giving their leaders a hard time that was pulling them out. Yeah, and Maccabees. When they was rebuilding the temple, Jake was talking shit there. Like, damn, bro, we trying to build our own. We trying to actually establish our own. Nah, bro. Why establish your own when we got this?
And that's why the Lord, man, that's what the Lord, he's just about to get these, he's about to do, what you call that?
Ethic cleanse.
What is that? Right, ethical cleanse. The ethics, you ain't got it together, man. The Lord just got to erase you. He's going to pull a Thanos and just snap.
You know, it ain't gonna be no Tony Stark's to save y'all niggas.
Right. Hulk ain't gonna bring you back. It's gonna be death. Let's say the blackness of darkness. Okay.
It's balance.
God, this is 2 Thessalonians 2. I'm gonna start at verse 9. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved.
That's right. All right, because they fell after Esau, and they want to pull his way into the truth, because they don't love the truth. Okay? So you're going to get the scripture. It's so many scriptures. These scriptures are written, and you're the example. You're the manifestation of this. So the Most High will be found true. When they say, let every man be alive, let the Most High be true. So that's what's going on here.
Can't do nothing against the truth.
That's right.
God, we're in the book. Yeah, the book. It's an outside vessel, for lack of a better term. It's an outside materialized. It's tangible. It's tangible sheets that we can actually have access to read. But we're really inside of the book.
Read it about what we're doing. About us.
The book was narrated before we existed.
Right.
The book stands above us.
Yep.
We're just in the playbook motion, so to speak. The Lord gave us the cheat code. Ultimately, press A, B, D, so and so. Yeah. You're gonna have all the unlockables that's gonna actually help. But you got some jakes that actually have cheat codes and still fucking lose on video games. Man.
We're like Deadpool.
They got the
Like about Deadpool. This character, he's like a part of the Marvel the comics, but he like breaks the fourth wall.
Right, yeah.
So he knows what's going. You know what I'm saying? Like he can talk to the audience. He can interact. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the words of the book are leaking out. But we can read and understand it and tell you about it. Meanwhile, you're in it and watching it. You know?
It says, verse 11, and for this cause the Most High shall send them strong delusion that they should believe a lie.
It's a strong, everything that we can bring it out, we can also doctrines, all those are nothing but strong delusions. Okay? Strong delusions on you know, what this thing is about. You know, whether it's religious being the Israelites or the market is so-called black, all those are strong delusions.
Verse 12, that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but have pleasure in righteousness.
So damn you, the Lord condemns you to that judgment. Okay? Alright? He's condemned you. That they all may be damned. Okay, so damn you all. They damn you all to hell. Okay? Nuclear fire, man.
Yep.
Alright?
Oh, God.
Oh, you good, bro. Spirit on.
John, this is Sirach 3, and verse 24. For many are deceived by their own vain opinion.
And that's all it is. All y'all talking about is just vain words, man. You're not pulling. See, y'all do a whole hour live stream video and talk shit about the apostles and the elders, you know, and the men under them like us, and you don't bring out no scriptures, man. Man, you can watch a video for 5 to 10 minutes if you can stomach it. They don't be bringing out no scriptures. They'll go on a rant, they'll get emotional. Because the only thing about it is they're emotional and hurt. They want to be the guys on top, and then when you are in a position, you can't handle it. You fall back, you know what I'm saying? You slip, you fall down, you trip up on the plow. You know? Okay? They have to with water, they have to with not, right? You know?
God.
Just for some recent examples. Okay?
Sirach 3 and 24, I'm going to reread it. It says, for many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and in an evil suspicion have overthrown their judgment.
Right, and the evil suspicion is overthrown their judgment. We have evil suspicion against the true men of God. That's overthrown, which is made you reprobates. So what's going to happen is the Lord is going to judge you for your evil. Okay? Alright?
And yet the same curiosity killed the cat. Jake had the tendency to get led into uncharted territory. You know, trying to break down things that don't need to be broken down, like the whole thing with Daniel. You know, the scriptures, it's something like the scripture says, we know in part and we prophesy in part, so we just trunk it up to that. Jake tries to go deeper and deeper to break it, to make it seem like they got some divine revelation, man. And these people, they always want to hear something new. It's always something that they want to just trigger.
Yes. All right, this is Titus 1 and 10.
And the things about the change going into this new year, man. Israel as a whole.
It says, for there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision.
That's right. Y'all are unruly, y'all are vain talk, like the brother was earlier about your own vain opinion, you know? Especially those of you that understand who you are. Okay? Whether you're Old Testament, you will break off from one west, you know? Go ahead.
Whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses.
Whose mouths must be stopped. The Lord's going to put a stop to this. Starting with this Family on the Word on YouTube this one. Okay? Y'all ain't gonna help you. It's an open marriage, man. We're too close to the end of this. Okay?
Teaching things which they ought not.
Teaching things which you ought not. We can go through a plethora of examples. I'll name some of them. Okay? Go ahead.
For filthy lucre's sake.
And it's all for money. Okay? It's all for money too. So the Lord got a heavy judgment coming, man. All right? You got a heavy judgment coming on those of the circumcision. All right? Israelites. Jacob's trouble is coming, man.
That's right.
Okay? It's coming to America.
That's right.
All All right, and the only ones that's going to be delivered is the elect of Israel and the ones that are serving the Lord. Okay, and teaching the true doctrine. Okay, so with that, we're going to end it there. We give our praises, our glory, and our honors to
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem, Kakadash.
the honors of the apostles and the millstone. Shalom.
Shalom.